Press 1 if you're excited to fondle some Toucannons. All right, so the first official, like, well, I guess unofficial, the first unofficial pack opening of 30th Celebration hit the internet, and it was mostly cards we already knew about, like it was Umbreon, it was Zoroark. The only new card was Illumise. Yes, that's how you say it. It's pronounced Illumise, not Illumise. Is if you have Illumise and Volbeat in play, weaknesses ×3. The thing is, we've seen this before, right? Most notably, we saw it with Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit. I think Unified Minds, where you put 3 basics, you put all 3 basics into play. It was ×4. The thing is, we have a Volbeat that actually has a call for family attack that can be used on turn 1. So there is a world where this might see play. I'd have to do the research. I mean, 30th Celebration is still 2 months away. But there's, like, does ×3 make sense? Like, Lillie's Clefairy, Clamburglar, thank you. Like, I'm not sure where ×3 really helps. Like, it doesn't help in Festival Lead. It doesn't help Clefairy. Clefairy already knocks out Dragapult fairly easily. So it's a thing. I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere. I'm just not sure where ×3 necessarily helps. Unless it's, if you can fit 1 foot in your mouth, you can times it by 3. So yeah, that's just one interesting card we're getting in 30th Celebration. I was going to do a preview of, I might do like a short of like the top 3 Pikachu in 30th Celebration. Cole, thank you. No, there's going to be no 30th Celebration Lapras deck. Okay, so we're playing Toucannon. That is all we're doing today. I have like 10 different lists. They're all... You know, there's no perfect list of Toucannon, which is very disappointing. I wish there was, and I could be like, this is the perfect list. No. Illumise for 1 prize deck? Yeah, that is definitely an option. It's just, it's who does it fit in the most? Like, I know whose feet can fit into my mouth. I'm just not sure where the combo fits, where you can have, like, 2 grass types. Like, do you have, like, do you put it in Scovillain or, like, a multi-type deck? Or do you just have, like, a toolbox deck with Moltres or something? Because think of it this way, Moltres can now do 330 damage against an Excadrill. Or 330 damage against any grass type. So that's really good. So like Moltres and fighting, if you can do a Moltres fighting deck with those 2, that'd be good. But it's just, well, I'll have to look at it, right? I'm still thinking about Pitch Black. I'm not going to worry about 30th Celebration until September. Yeah, so the first one is Arboliva. You try to soften things up. I got I want to, this isn't even all of that. I put the leftover ones on the Discord. Like, I got Togekiss, I got the Terra Box deck that won a gym battle in Japan, like, last month. There's Alakazam, which is actually really strong, and I don't like how good it is. You know, Mega Frostlass if I start going on a win streak. So, we'll start with Arboliva. It's not as good as I thought. I almost want, and I love how it's just 3 back-to-back subs. It's just the Illumise is just so tough. Yeah, I don't understand, like, where does ×3 really help? That's what has to be figured out. And I do think it's funny that people replied to my tweet. So what you have to understand, number 1, I don't make money on my tweets, so I don't really care about them. Number 2, it's the age-old, to get the right answer on the internet, you don't ask the right question, you give the wrong answer. Oh, God, never gonna let me down. You're never gonna let that down. So I purposefully leave out things and give misinformation on Twitter because I don't care about Twitter. You know, I don't make no money from there. I want you to go on my YouTube. All I do is engagement bait. I just masterfully bait people so they can get engaged by me. Okay, this is kind of an insane start. This is pretty much everything you want, except for the fact that I probably don't have anything for next turn. So I don't have exactly what I need, which is a bit unfortunate, but yeah, that's fine. I have 3 Forest of Vitality. I'm probably just going to have to Lillie's next turn, which is a little unfortunate, but I have double Pikipek, double Dunsparce. Let's go Poffin. I probably should have thinned out one of the Pikipek. So I did slightly screw that up. I will admit I slightly made an oopsie in my pants there. You know, it does happen from time to time. We all know this. It's perfectly acceptable. But what I should have done is I should have kept a Pikipek in the hand. That's your pronounced Pikipek, I'm sorry. and gotten the Poffin and Poffined out a Pikipek and a Smoliv, because that does thin my deck by 1 card. And what I noticed very quickly with oh goody, it's Grimmsnarl. One really fun thing about Arboliva is that it doesn't hit for weakness. Fantastic. But as long as I can get a turn 2 Arboliva, which is pretty much impossible given that I didn't have an energy to start with, we'll be fine. So naturally I started the Fan Rotom and we will not be fine. Sprigatito EX, yeah, with the Volbeat Illumise. Yeah, we got that ×3 on the super effective pheromones. All right, well, it looks like they're giving me a Badoo, which is really nice. So I can knock out the Badoo. I can set up KOs on some things, and I can use their Frostlass against them. And that's exactly why I used the Poké Pad early, is because I knew they'd suck my butt for me. Ooh, that's pretty good. All right, so all I want this turn is an energy. I don't need anything else. You know, obviously the Spike Myth is unfortunate. I don't want to judge them. I guess I could go for Dawn and have double Dunsparce and a Toucannon and then have like a really good turn next turn. But I think this is more likely to get me a Grass Energy. Obviously it won't. Yeah, obviously it won't, but it was more likely to. Right? Obviously it was never going to happen, but it was more likely to, okay? Oh, there we go. All right, so we have Trumbeak, and then I have Dolliv. The question now becomes, do I put the Shaymin down prematurely? I don't have any sort of healing. I think I wait on the Shaymin, right? Because I don't want to put the Shaymin down when I know they have a Frostlass. I don't want them to know that I have a Shaymin. I don't want the Shaymin to get, you know, any damage here. Hopefully I did enough. You know, Grimmsnarl with a 3-card hand and no Spike Myth is kind of ideal. But the fact that they just went directly up with the Impidimp seems not great. Yeah, they just have the Lilies. They're not supposed to have life that easy for them. But this is one matchup I definitely did not face in my testing was Grimmsnarl, and it seems kind of bad. If I was playing, even if I was playing Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon, this would be pretty bad because they just use Munkidori and oh my god. They just use Munkidori and Frostlass to chew up my butt, which wouldn't, you know, be very good. So in this situation, obviously I go up with the Dolliv. If they don't do anything, I'm going to have to judge them, I guess, because I did take a prize. I have Poké Pad for the Dunsparce. They did get themselves a Frostlass, which kind of complicates things, but actually makes things slightly better for me. Because now I can do math and kind of screw them up. Because the Frostlass actually works against them in this matchup. They probably don't know that because, you know, they're not as cool as me and they don't understand. You know, they're not as good at math as I am. They can't do as hardcore math. But the Frostlass works against them, like, mightily. They definitely should not have done that. All right, so I have a choice to make, and it's not great. But I think here I have the Dawn guaranteed. So let's go Poké Pad for the Dudunsparce, and let's just try to naturally, let's get some big natural cannons and try to see if we can, you know, fondle them hard enough to produce what I want. I only had to touch one of the cannons. I didn't have to play with 2 cannons. All right, so in this situation, then I judge, right? I 100% use judge in this situation. Because I don't need Dawn, I don't need any of that. It's just going to be Judge, and then I guess the Dunsparce. Hopefully I get Forest of Vitality. That did not happen. that didn't happen, so we're just going to Dunsparce. All right, well, this is not a streamer client, okay? This is just pure skill. This is what the deck is designed to do. Now, the question is, do I risk putting a Pikipek down? And I think the answer is hell yes. Actually, I really shouldn't. That's really a terrible, terrible idea, and I should just have double the Dunsparce. But trust your pilot knows what he's doing, okay? If there's one person you can trust, it's a guy who has trust in their name. Right? You wouldn't put the word trust in your name if you couldn't trust them. Okay, so I have to do math. So, oh god. I think I knock out the Impidimp. I think that's number 1, is I knock out the Impidimp. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I put 1... 2, because I know they're not knocking out my Arboliva, and then I can hit them with the Shaymin next turn. I should have gone for double Dunsparce. I can hit them with the Shaymin next turn. That is what's going to have to happen, because I don't want the Shaymin to get its butt chewed out by a Frostlass. By knocking out the Impidimp, I prevent them from going for another Snow Runt, which would be disastrous for me, and they got everything. I judged, oh my god. I judged them into Poké Pad, Imp. I've judged them into Poké Pad, Munkidori, Darkness, Lilies. I judged them into the perfect. They probably had a worse hand before the judge. I'm doing everything perfectly. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm going to screw this up. I'm going to mess them up here. I'm going to mess them up there. And immediately I was screwed. And immediately PDCGL said, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Your Toucannon's going to get knocked out here, bro. All right. Well, they're going to probably put the extra damage on the Toucannon because they lack interestingness. Okay, so this Munkidori is getting knocked out. I'm going to knock that one out. Let's go Trumbeak there. And then, oh, God. I mean, the 30 damage from Grimmsnarl doesn't really matter anymore, right? The 30 damage from Grimmsnarl is not really a big deal anymore. I think I just go for the Dunsparce. I did prize one Smoliv, which is bad. There's an Unfair Stamp, but they didn't take a prize last turn, which is highly unfortunate. So I honestly think at this point, it actually makes more sense to not put the Shaymin down. Is that dumb? Am I outthinking myself right now? Am I being an idiot right now? Don't correct me if I am. All right, so we got all these things. I put the Dunsparce down. Yeah, I think I keep the Shaymin because the Shaymin is just a free prize for them, and I have to basically stop them from getting prizes. You know, it's a little known fact about the Pokemon trading card game is you're supposed to stop your opponent from getting prize cards. I know, right? What a wacky strategy. All right, so I have to put 1, 2, 3, 4 on that Munkidori. That'll get knocked out, and then 1, 2. So as long as they don't get a freaking another Munkidori, I will be fine and I will win this game. Yeah, subscribe for more expert tips and tricks that you won't find anywhere else. Because Trust Your Pilot's got the biggest tips. All right, there's the bosses. As long as I can find my Unfair Stamp next turn, which would be insane if I couldn't when I'm drawing about 70 million cards, I will be fine. And if they don't put a Snow Runt down, it is definitely, I think, time for Shaymin. Is it time for Shaymin? Because again, they're going to have a very weak dude. I'm going to bosses the Grimmsnarl. That's fine. They probably have a special red card, but that should be, I should be able to recover from that. They don't have de-evolution anymore, which is, oh my god, every time you face Grimmsnarl and they just hit you with the de-evolution at the end of a game, you're like, oh my god, I hate that. But I got great news because when 30th Celebration comes out, we're going to be hit with de-evolutions by Slowking. So if you haven't watched all of my videos, first off, how dare you? Second off, every Slowking deck is going to go Kyurem, 3 evolutions, because remember, Terras are rotating. Wait, is Slowking? I think Slowking is also rotating. Don't worry about it. But every Slowking deck is just going to go Kyurem once to your evolutions, and then Miraculous Shine, and oopsie, game over, you lost all your basics, and now you can't do anything, and they got a Munkidori freaking... Like, I know they had Secret Box and everything, but this is... Remember when I judged them? Remember when I had Judge, and I shut off all their ability to do anything? And then they red carded me to 3, and I got unplayable cards in my hand? That was fun. That was so much fun. All right, so that Grimmsnarl is basically fully healed now, and I can't really do anything. This is great. We're having a blast right now. You know, my cannons are blasting super hard. I'm only doing 200 damage. All righty. I'm just having the greatest time of my life right now. Okay. I think they're going to take 2 prizes next turn. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're going to take 2 prizes next turn. So I have to put Fezandipiti, Arboliva to Dunsparce. And then they're just going to take all the prizes next turn, which is great. There's Forest of Vitality. Okay, so I still have a slight chance of winning. It's just that this guy is going to get knocked out. There's double Monkey Dory. I can't really stop them from... I mean, I can get rid of a Monkey Dory. But then how do I knock out a Grimmsnarl is the question here. It's like, how do I knock out a Grimmsnarl if I want to win this game? Yowzers. All right, so let's go Night Stretcher for the Smoliv, because don't forget, that's one of the 3 prizes. Also, you will notice that Trust Your Pilot did not find the Unfair Stamp, because PDCGL just is, hates me, loves them. That's how the cookie crumbles. All right, so that's going to go there. I'm still only doing 2 hundo, so I can't knock out the Grimmsnarl. I'd be doing 260 maximum, which means it's Air Balloon and Retreat. If they somehow, some way, do not win the game this turn, I do have a chance to win. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. Okay. As long as they don't get another Monkey Dory, as long as they don't get another Monkey Dory, we will be oh, and they got it. All right. They got game. So they definitely have bosses, and they have the KO. Oh my god! How does a deck with nothing, with no supplemental card draw, how does it get everything it needs? I never found my Unfair Stamp. I judged them into everything they needed. And Thick Banana. PDCGL just breaks on mobile if you just look at it funny. All right, well, I'm glad I didn't write down your name. No, Sprigatito is terrible. We're not doing a more Pecco stream, okay? All right, so we're 22 minutes in. It's Jason Statham, T Chatham 529. No, we're not doing Zangoose. We're not doing more Pecco. We're not doing any of that. All right, so this is Arboliva, and I'm getting a YouTube video out of this one. I'm not getting a YouTube video out of this. I'm not getting a YouTube video out of this one. You know, you want to go first to get that turn 2 Arboliva just out of nowhere, and I can get it, right? I can go Dawn for Smoliv Dolliv. Well, we're off to a fantastic start. They can literally donk me if they have an air balloon. God, after I hype up Toucannon so freaking much... Okay, well, they're not going to do anything unless they get Prism Tower and play with their balls, which would never happen, right? You know, Jason Statham's never played with his balls in a movie, right? I mean, Cranky, he probably did it in Cranked, but that I don't remember that. But if you have any questions, you might want to ask them now, because I'm going to lock in after this game. Yeah, you think I'm not locked in? I'm going to lock in after this game. Oh, they ditched their Shaymin. Oh, God. And Skibbity Toilet, how dare you? Toucannon's got the best melons and the best cannons. I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is they discarded their Shaymin off of a Prism Tower, and Delmise is having a tough time over there. The bad news is that I'm going to lose this game. But I think in this situation, I should Prism Tower first. I should get rid of the Rare Candy Trumbeak. That seems wrong. Hey, that worked out perfectly. All right, so then I go for Smoliv, Dunsparce. This is my second turn. So unfortunately, I can't Fan Rotom, which would be way too useful. And then I go, oh God. I'm going to believe in the heart of the cards. I should not have believed in the heart of the cards. That was dumb. I'm an idiot for believing, for having faith in the world. I'm a stupid head. Shouldn't have been such a dummy. All right, so I should have grabbed the seal buy. That was wrong. All right, so let's go for Fez. Do I have a Dolliv? I have a Dolliv. I have an Arboliva, so I want Trumbeak, and then I want to play with the cannons. And I guess I just let the Dunsparce die. Seems like a great strategy. Seems like a great strategy, but there is a world where they don't do anything, and then I get completely screwed because I've locked myself out of basically doing anything. So I actually want them to get Banette. Oh, God. So I want them to get the Banette. I want them to knock out the Dunsparce. By knocking out the Dunsparce, they activate my trap card. I can put the Fezandipiti down, and then they can get anything. Oh, that's bad. All right, they got the Brilliant Blender, so that means they're playing the Spiritomb build. I mean, I could have guessed that from the fact that they've benched, you know, a Sinistcha or whatever the baby one is, the Poltergeist. And why can't For the Win play this deck, Professor Oak? Are you about to teach us something? Okay, they got rid of a Poffin, which is a bit weird because you think their hand must be sneakers. Because 2 cannons requires 2 balls. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, so we got the Cockchair Banette sniffing its fingers that were just inside something. They're going to knock out my Dunsparce, get any card they want. But see, they got a raw blender. I'm going to get my Unfair Stamp. This is like my 5th game with this deck. I have never gotten an Unfair Stamp. You know, the wins loss is only when I was on stream. Oh, wow, they got rid of an Air Balloon? They're ditching cards that I feel like they shouldn't be getting rid of. Right, so here's where things get a little sketchy, is I have to put the Arboliva down. I have to knock out the Poltergeist. I don't quite know how I win. Right, because I can set up KOs on the Delmise. Maybe that's what I do, is I just leave the Banette in the active. Because if I can just build towards the end of the game, I will be totally fine. But I know they have a way to knock out the Fez if I let things get a little too etch-a-sketchy here. Well, that's a Lillie's. All right, so let's go. Oh, God. Do I seriously have to do this? Well, let's Prism Tower away the Toucannon and the Dunsparce. That's pretty good. And then we go Pikipek, Dunsparce. I don't have a way to guarantee anything, so I guess I just Rare Candy into Arboliva. Let's go. Let's eat some Sacred Ash. Put everybody back in. And then I go Lilies because the last turn I can use it. Awesome. Forest of Vitality. Pikipek down. Now, losing the cards early definitely sucks. Right? I would prefer to not be in this situation where I lost like all of my cards at the beginning of the game. But I have enough Trumbeak to win. I have a Toucannon in my hand. Yeah, losing those rare candies is not great. But let's go 1, 2, and then set you up. And then I guess that makes sense. Right? Because they have to 2-shot my Arboliva with the Delmise. The reason I had to knock out the Poltergeist is because if they figure out that just going for Sinistcha wins them the game, I lose. So yeah, they're... Oh, they can use... Oh no! They can use my Forest of Vitality against me! Oh no! They can use the Forest of Vitality against me. I forgot about that. And they did recover the Shaymin, which is fine, because I do have a hard retreat on the Arboliva. But I'm not too screwed here. And Susan, I think Arboliva is the worst of the cornerstone Arboliva Alakazam. The Arboliva, I tested it quite a bit off stream. What I learned pretty early on is that you really, really, really want to have Grand Tree instead of Forest of Vitality. I would much, much rather not mess around with 3 or 4 Forest of Vitality. I'd rather cut the Unfair Stamp, because as you've seen, I have yet to get the Unfair Stamp at all. I would much rather play Colress to get Grand Tree, have, you know, 4 Poffin, 4 Poké Pad, maybe a couple bug, probably not bad bug catching set, probably not that. You know, like growing grass energy would also be really strong. So I have a bunch of options. And then let's say, yeah, so evolve into all these guys. I have to knock out the Sinistcha. So the question becomes, do I do anything? Right? Because I'm not really in a spot where I can, you know, do a whole lot. And it seems like they're kind of stuck like my stepsister in the dryer last night. You know, we had to wash our blanket. It was a little too crusty. But I guess I just let the Arboliva take a hit, and I'll just, yeah, I won't waste anyone's time. Because they only have 2 cards, right? A Gwyn, they've blown their load, so a Gwyn doesn't necessarily help them. I know they're trying to finagle. Oh, I got the Dunsparce. I got the Dunsparce. That's bad. Oh my god! What is happening today? What is happening today? What is happening? Oppenheimer, I won't be doing a Mega Slowbro stream. That is, it's just not worth it, I don't think. Maybe I'll look at it on like Friday, which is my last stream, and then I'll be like, yeah, sure, maybe I'll do it now. But this is just wild, right? That my opponent's decks that have no supplemental card draw are drawing better than me when I have the Dunsparce, Fezandipiti, and Toucannon. But where's the Spiritomb? Maybe they prized the Spiritomb. You never know. They could have prized the Spiritomb. You don't know these things. Okay, am I ever going to freaking get the Unfair Stamp? Where the hell's the Unfair Stamp? Because that's about the only chance I'm winning this game is if I can find Unfair Stamp. Yeah, that's sure. Let's get that. Let's draw 3 cards. Can I please get the Unfair Stamp? I haven't checked to see if it's in the deck, but I mean, you'd assume so. Can I please just get the Unfair Stamp? Please? All right. Well, apparently that's not going to happen today. Apparently, all the card draw in the world is not enough to find the 1 card you actually need, but my opponent is having the best draws of their... Oh, God. No. This is going to make me clap my own cheeks, and not for fun this time. And I'm building up their discard pile, which is really bad. Okay, but this is just PDCGL setting us up for the greatest moment in history. PDCGL is just setting us up for the greatest comeback ever, because they have to have 13 hide and sneakers in the bin, and they have 3 of them on the field, so they would have to have all their sneakers gone. But I'm in a situation where I can completely beat them off. Oh, God, I can't. Now I need Judge, because they're going to Petrol for bosses or Petrol for whatever they need. They're going to Puppet Pull for whatever else they need. So I think I need to draw my Judge, and then I can't knock out any sneakers. As long as I don't knock out any more sneakers, I should be fine. Right? They complicated things by playing well. Alternatively, I think I can just go boss on the Dhelmise, right? Because you look at this, they're very low on energy. They're down 2 Night Stretcher. They're using Puppet Pull. If I can just boss a Dhelmise, they got rid of an Air Balloon a lot earlier, so there's a very high chance that if I can just trap a Dhelmise, I win the game. And there's Forest of Vitality. Okay, I actually might need to use the Prism Tower. And that was my plan last turn. Fun fact, that was my plan last turn. If I drew the stamp, was I was going to boss KO the Shaymin and then stamp them and then win the game because I'm awesome. PDCGL had other ideas, as you can expect. So look at my deck. This is how you know PDCGL hates you, is when that is what your deck looks like. All right, let's get rid of the Dolliv and the Arboliva. Actually, I guess I want to keep both of them just in case something happens. That's a Lillie's. Can I please get the judge or the okay, fine. Fine. I'll take the bosses. Whatever. Okay, I'll take the bosses. It is what it is. And then I will go and get the Dunsparce. Because remember, I have Unfair Stamp. I have everything I need to win. I just have to, yeah, go for the Arboliva. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I want to take the knockout. Because what I want them to do is I want them to commit an energy to the Dhelmise. So I don't want to knock out the Dhelmise. I want to force them to put an energy on this thing that is bad for them. And then as long as I don't knock out any of the sneakers, because there's 16 total sneakers, you need 13 to activate Spiritomb. There just so happens to be 3 on the bench. So it would have to be that they didn't prize any sneakers. And also, I'm in a bit of a dilly of a pickle right now, but this is fine. We are totally fine. I think what I do is I boss up the Shaymin, knock out the Shaymin. I'm going to get the Unfair Stamp. That's what, that's the very important piece of this puzzle that you don't understand is I'm going to get the Shaymin KO on the bosses and whatever this turn. Oh God, please, please PDCGL, please. I'm asking for you to do the bare minimum, the bare necessities. Please, that's what they sang about in the Jungle Book, I think. I can't remember. My brain is cooked. Okay, please don't do this to me, PDCGL. Please don't step on my balls. It's not Tuesday night and you're not Mistress Paddlebottom. Oh my God. Okay, I feel like this has to be in the YouTube video just because this is torture. Oh, thank you. Okay. This is literal torture. Let's get rid of the Prism Tower away, the Seal By, and this guy. We got the Dunsparce. That's good. And then Forest of Vitality. I don't want the Fan Rotom. I don't want any of those. I'm going to put the Air Balloon on this guy. I don't know why I put the Air Balloon on there. My brain is cooked right now. You see what happens to me. You see, again, why does Trust Your Pilot make the decisions he makes? Because my opponent got the raw blender at the beginning of the game. Meanwhile, I'm over here with my thumb up my butt, not for fun. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I also didn't bosses the Shaymin. See, this is what happens to my brain. This is what happens to my brain when I can't think, is I just make the dumbest decisions ever. I keep forgetting, oh, right, I had to boss the Shaymin, and then I have a win condition next turn, as long as they don't have bosses on my Fezandipiti. It's just, this is what happens when I try to do math, and everything just goes wrong. All right, but I do have another Arboliva. I know they can't knock it out unless they have the Spiritomb, but again, as long as I don't knock out the Poltergeist and the Banette, I should be fine. So this guy has free retreat. They're probably just going to promote that. Oh, this is going to go on YouTube because it's torture. Because it's fun, yummy torture. Everyone loves it when a streamer gets tortured for fun, for money. You know, I got paid to be tortured. You know, usually it's the other way around. So they prematurely attached an energy to the Dhelmise, which is interesting. I have to go up with the Arboliva. No, the misplay is fine because you see what this game does to my brain. This game wrecks my brain and forces me to do the dumbest things ever and forget basic things because I can't. Oh my God. You're seriously not going to give me the Arboliva or, okay. There's no way I don't get the Arboliva off of a Toucannon and a Dunsparce. Okay, it's figuratively impossible. Thank you. All right, and then this guy's coming out. All right, that's fine. And then the Arboliva goes up there. I have to bosses the, I mean, it doesn't matter who I bosses at this point, right? As long as it's not the Poltergeist, because the Puppet Pull bosses can just win them the game. So that's fine. And then I just knock out the Shaymin. and then I win the game if they don't have bosses. But I can guarantee you right now, they have everything they need. Unless somehow, some way, no, they're going up with this. They got the Poltergeist. They're gonna go Lawnazade, Spiritomb, GG, suck my butt, Pilot. You should have counted better. You should have drawn that Unfair Stamp 3 turns earlier. But this is my favorite thing about PTC GLs. It doesn't have a counter for any cards like Roaring Moon, but TCG Masters does. So 3, 7, 10, 12. So they're 1 sneaker short. If this prize card is a sneaker, they can't win this game. That's the Spiritomb. They're 1 sneaker short, though. They still need 1 more. And see, Poké Pad, okay, that's not it. Did I just win? Is their last prize? No! No! What are you doing to me? They got literally everything. Literally everything. Off of just, like, I understand they had Puppet Pull. But that is... I couldn't use the... I guess I should have used the Judge, because then they might not have had it, but they would have had it. That's just PTCGL saying you're not allowed to win with this deck. All right, so I'll leave myself a note that was a loss. So this will be the last game with the Arboliva build. Then we'll switch to the better ones. But I mean, we know they had a bunch of recovery, so I don't even think knocking out the Shaymin would have done it. I had to get the yeah, maybe I don't put it because I put the, embarrassing misplay. I'll leave that note as well. Embarrassing misplay, and my cheeks are red. All right, well, there's a turn 1 Pikipek. I have a turn 2 Toucannon. And thank you. Thank you. So I think the Arboliva one, I said it before, like as I was testing, I'm like, this is the worst one of the ones I've played. Okay, I should win this one. I'm not going to win this one. I should definitely win this game as long as I have a playable starting hand. Oh. Oh no. All right, the immediate Meowth is good. So that's just 2 free prizes. As long as they aren't paying attention, I'll be fine. There's Petrol for Troll. Okay, so this should be a good matchup. All right. I mean, I'm not sure what the holdup is, right? Like it's double Beldum, extra, or Beldum, Drillbur, Genesect. What a shock. It's like I've played this deck before. Beldum, Drillbur, extra drill. That's all it is. Dade Claws. So here's something really funny is I went for, thanks PTCGL, is I went first every single game with Arboliva, thinking, oh yeah, that way I can get the surprise Arboliva turn 2. They get their cheeks clapped. It's hilarious. Oh, wow. I was going to say this, that if I get an energy, I'm just going to bosses the Drillbur because, oh no, because they can, oh, I've made an oopsie. I've made a terrible, terrible mistake, but I'm still going for it, okay? I'm going to Feather Rondo. I probably should have just knocked out the Meowth, but I'm going for the Feather Rondo on the Drillbur. This way, they have to attack with the Genesect. And then I have Fezandipiti for 3 cards. We're going to get everything I need. They're going to somehow whiff 3 energy on a Genesect because they're just going to not have anything. They're going to be like me that didn't have anything, and they're not going to have anything. But to be fair, I probably should have used Dawn. It's just when you top deck with Areola Draw, you get the 1 card you need, and they have a lone Drillbur just sitting there. you gotta do it. Those are the rules of PTCGL. PTCGL would not give you everything if you weren't meant to do it, right? PTCGL would never lead me astray, right? When's the last time PTCGL has ever gone out of its way to make sure I don't win a game of Pokemon cards? It's literally never happened. It all comes down to the final Metal Maker. To be fair, they probably have a Metal Energy in their hand, and they got it. So that was my bad. I should not have done the really cool thing and entertain people. Oh my god, they got 3 on that. They got 3 on that one. All right, well, I have a Dawn. I'm going to be fine. I have Fezandipiti. I have Dawn. I'm going to get the Arboliva. I'm going to knock out that Drillbur. I can guarantee you right now I'm going to get the Arboliva. Oh, crap. Well, yeah. What has the higher chance? I can get Smoliv Dolliv. Oh, God. This is... I just need I need one piece of the combo if I use Fezandipiti. Or I need a Lillie's into like 7 cards. Oh God. Oh, it's happening again. I need a new keyboard. Okay, so we got that. We got that. And then I go for Toucannon. Oh, you don't believe. Ye of little faith. Oh, you don't believe? I got the Drillbur. I mean, they are just going to take a knockout with a Metagross probably. But you need to believe in the heart of the cards a little bit more, don't you? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, yeah, I guess I just set up the Meowth. All right, so as long as they don't have a Gravity Mountain or a Brave Bangle or a Kieran, which are 3 cards that the deck should have, we'll be fine. If this somehow survives, I think I win the game. Right? I think if I am able to end this turn, their turn, by me having an Arboliva on the field, I'm fairly confident the game is over and I have won. There's a retreat. That's probably not good. Interesting that they retreated before Metal Makering. Right? Like, I understand they're going to get it. They have the Metagross because they have Genesect's ability, so they can get 2 Metal Evolutions, but they didn't go get any Metal Evolutions. They must have one of the 3 cards that they could have. Right? I don't see a world where you would retreat before Metal Makering, you know, do all this stuff and not have it in your hand. Okay, now they're just stunting on me with the, oh yeah, I'm going to use Metallic Signal after Metal Maker. That's how cool I am. That's how much I believe. But if you're wondering how I'm 0-2 with this deck, the Arboliva build is probably my least favorite of the top 3, which I would consider Cornerstone Mask. I mean, Teal Mask is really good too. Oh my goodness. As long as they don't have a Gravity Mountain hiding in their butt, we'll be fine. Crap. But yeah, I'm not sure I enjoy this version of the deck. The main issue that I have is that I'd rather Forest of Vitality was Grand Tree. That, in my opinion, that would make the deck better if I had Grand Tree instead of Forest of Vitality. All right, well, I guess I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then not put the Meowth in range of another Arboliva. So they are kind of screwed. I kind of played this perfectly. You know, not to toot my own glass trumpet, but I think Trust Your Pilot kind of played this perfectly. Because they're just going to have to use Bounce Back on my Arboliva, and then I have nothing I can do next turn. It's perfect. Like, what else could you want than be doing nothing next turn? It's fantastic. So they'll take 2 prizes. We'll be tied on prizes. I don't have a knockout on anybody, but they're relying quite heavily on that one Metang to get them to where they need to go. There was obviously a world where I keep the Sacred Ash because I think I've played 3 games with Arboliva. I've prized the Smoliv all 3 games. And that's just, you know, not great when you're trying to snipe things. And also, this is my 3rd game. Toucannon, you'd think a deck with Fezandipiti and a bunch of card draw and all this stuff would actually be really consistent. But in those first 2 losses, it was my opponent getting everything and me getting nothing, despite my opponents playing Grimmsnarl and Delmise, 2 decks that don't have supplemental card draw in the form of like Fezandipiti or something. And they drew better than me, because that's the world we're living in. All right, I would assume they're going to put the energy on. No, they can't really attack with the Meowth. Yeah, they just have to build up another Metagross. And they don't have a... Okay, oh, that's... No, they should not have done that. Because now they have 0 Metal Maker. Right? Obviously, they're going to have a Metang next turn, because they have the Genesect. They're going to be able to find it very easily. But you need to have... You know, there's no reason to evolve, right? There was no reason. Like, maybe they think, oh, he's going to get another Arboliva. I still think you don't do that. All right, so there's a Poffin. That's good. Let's go for Pikipek. I mean, I do have another Arboliva if I want it. And that does, again, that does knock out the Meowth. Interesting. Stupid. All the Toucannon in the world. Fantastic. Okay. So I can either hurt their setup or help my setup. I think I go for me because I'm more important. And I got nothing. Fantastic. Okay. Let's go for Dolliv, I guess. That's fine. And then... Oh, no, I should have gone for a Trumbeak because I forgot I was going to use Celebi this turn. So let's go retreat into Celebi, traverse time. Really wish I had used something different. And then let's go, yeah, that, and that. I don't have any cards that I'm drawing next turn. And this is basically what happened. How did I lose my first 2 games? This is exactly what happened. I have to focus too hard on that early Arboliva because Toucannon does take a couple turns. You know, this deck is wasting several slots to get that early Arboliva, which is really bad. So I think if you're wanting to play this version of the deck, you should switch the Forest of Vitalities for Grand Tree, run Colress, maybe add some Pokegears. You do lose to Kyurem, so make sure you play Shaymin. But I would vastly prefer Grand Tree over 4 Forest of Vitality, the Celebi, which, you know, if you don't start it, it's kind of useless. But this was all a calculated move by yours truly, the #1 PTC GL player of 2022, is they would have had to put 4 energy on the Metagross off of 1 Baby Maker Metang. They made a misplay by evolving this guy because I guess they were afraid of getting their cheeks clapped. You should never be afraid of getting your cheeks clapped. It's actually really fun. So now I just knock out the Drillbur again. Want to see me do it again? And no! Damn it! That was going to be a YouTube game. All right, so the Arboliva build is cursed. I'm deleting it forever. We're forgetting that this build ever existed. The Arboliva build is all in your imagination. We're going to Cornerstone Mask, okay? God. Just, I was too smart. That's the problem. This is why I can't be too good at Pokemon cards. Usuzakura. God, this is my curse. Usuzakura. No, we did not do a Zamazenta build. Yeah, that was indeed chaos. Chaos was rising in my pants all day. Well, I mean, it's not a great start, but I'll take it. God, of course the Arboliva build is cursed. Okay, this is interesting. Don't ask me why I decided to go first. I'm kind of questioning that one myself here. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3. I have some Hooters. I have the Rare Candy. Unfortunately, what I don't have is the Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon. Now, this is a very interesting situation we find ourselves in, because we already know for a fact that they're going to clap my cheeks here. So do I go for the Lunatone Solrock and then hope, or do I go for the Noctowl and hope for the corner? There's no right or wrong way. There's nothing to do here. Nowhere to go. I guess I just put the energy on the Fan Rotom. I do play 4 Fighting Gong. There's, a bunch of Lilies. The Lunatone Solrock obviously can't help me now because I've bench locked myself. See, I need one of those things. But the fact that I went first is really bad. I wanted to go second, but I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was still playing the Arboliva build. But you want to go second with this specific build of the deck. I went first with Arboliva every single freaking time, and that was the dumbest move anyone in the world could have made. That's why I'm 1 and 2, is because going first in an Arboliva deck is apparently the worst decision you can make, which is why I've switched over to Cornerstone and I've deleted the Arboliva deck, and the Arboliva deck is the worst, and no one should ever play it. And there's the Drillbur. I did just beat a Mega Excadrill deck, which is a pretty easy matchup. You can watch the VOD on Twitch. I might post it on YouTube. It takes time, and I'm a very busy boy. I'm a very supple, nubile, busy boy. These fingers never stop moving. But I did face Excadrill. I won it because I'm so good at Pokemon cards. The reason it's not in the video is because they conceded at the penultimate, at the climax. Imagine reaching the climax and then your opponent just leaves. Right? Your opponent just leaves, makes like a tree and leaves. This is the Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon build. Well, they're playing very slowly, so I have low expectations for this. My opponent has been playing very slowly, so this is going to be interesting. I have a very sneaking suspicion that my draw of 1 is not going to get me what I need. Oh, it did. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but I'll take it. So if I retreat into Toucannon, and then I take the KO, do I knock out a Charcadet? I think I go for the Solrock. Right, because they only have 5 energy, so they're still short of a KO. Going for the Solrock cuts off their card draw. They did discard 3 fighting, so they might be low on fighting energy right now. And I do have a way to one-shot the Cerulege, which is really good. So Cerulege only has 270 hit points. I normally only do 260 with both sides of the field full, but I play Area 0. So I can one-shot... Ooh, and they give me a Prism Tower. So I can soften them up with Fan Rotom if things go wrong, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. Because if you look at my hand, I got nothing going on. If you look at my hand, it is bare. Okay, wait, I think that means they don't got it, right? And remember, oh, they got it. Oh, they got it. Still need a Fire Energy. Oh, God. Is that a perfect KO? That's literally a perfect KO. That is just not fair. They need a Fire Energy too, which I'm sure they have. Yep. Oh, and they got the Carmine too. You know what? Just the Carmine for good measure. One. Oh, and this everybody. And no, we're not. This is a family-friendly channel. There's no areola jokes here. Okay, this is a family-friendly channel. Well, let's go for Hooters and Pikipek, and then Toucannon. Because I don't mind doing the thing. It's areola draw. That's childish. That is so childish. And then I guess I go for the... I mean, it's a lot easier to set up a KO on the dude, so I guess this is correct. I guess going for an ass landing to set up a KO on the Cerulege makes more sense than taking a prize on the Drillbur. Because if I knock out the Drillbur, that activates Fezandipiti, and obviously I don't want to activate Fezandipiti, giving them 3 extra cards, because then they'll get a Solrock and they'll do more damage. But this isn't really a game where I want to put the Cornerstone Mask into play, so it's not the worst thing that I haven't had one. It's also not the best thing that I haven't had one because, you know, I'd be able to use Noctowl and get all the things and win the game and have fun and play Pokemon cards. Mr. Darkside, because I couldn't. I would have loved, could I have KO? I couldn't KO the Fez. Didn't I not have the energy? Professor Oak, I mean, you gift a ton of subs, so you can do whatever you want, but I think I just set up the Ceruledge because I need the Toucannon to survive. Right? That was the big thing, is I need the Toucannon to survive so I can take this knockout. If I put the Toucannon up front, I lose that card draw, and I'm probably going to need some sort of card draw this turn so I don't just immediately, yes, thank you. Thank you. And believe it or not, I have to do it this, wait, do I have to do it this way? Hang on. 200 with 8, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can't get the Cornerstone Mask. I can't take that risk that I sucked my own butt. There's a Poké Pad. That's great. Which means I can go for a... I guess I go for the... Actually, no, because what if I get the Lunatone off the prizes? See, I'm big braining it here. See, normally I'm an idiot, but right here, this is the smartest thing I've ever done. I'm getting the Solrock. A normal, boring person would be like, oh, I should probably boss... Yeah, I should probably boss the Fez, right? Because I have the knockout, and then I can knock out the Ceruledge later. And this just shuts off their card draw a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. So a boring person would have gone for the Lunatone, been like, oh, it's a higher odds that I get the Solrock out of the deck, but I saw that I prized the Lunatone, so I knew. Because I prized the Lunatone, trust your pilot, Nuatone? I don't know where I was going with that one. But I knew that PDC Jill was going to try to screw me over. And I big brained them. I don't know. I need to reset. This ain't going in the YouTube video. I need to wash some, put some lotion on my feet or something. Okay, so I send up the Solrock. I put 70 damage on the Ceruledge. I use Lilies. I probably don't evolve the Noctowl. But I can only put the Cornerstone Mask into play. Professor Oak, thank you for another gifted sub. You're awesome. I can only put the Cornerstone Mask down at this point if it's to knock out a Ceruledge. So there is a world where... Actually, let's just go for it. And never dump me down? Yep, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it, but that is what's in here. Yeah, I think I have to give them the Toucannon because the odds that they find the bosses are so high. All right, so we're doing the reset. You know, call me a stamp because we're doing a full reset. The stream is going to restart after this game. We're gonna be totally fine. Mr. Darkside, clearly not enough. Clearly not enough Fighting Gong. Clearly not enough Oderpon. Clearly just not enough of anything. What the hell's that Rare Candy gonna do for me right now? And Professor Oak, thank you, Professor Oak. All right, we got it. We're here. We're finally here. It has finally happened. This is actually kind of terrible, though. All right, so Cornerstone Mask down. Let's go Poké Pad for Noctowl. And then Area 0 Underpants. Noctowl. And then what? I need Fighting Gong Poké Pad. I believe it's Fighting Gong Poké Pad. Fighting Gong Night Stretcher. No, never mind. I meant Fighting Gong Night Stretcher. Oh, no, I can get... Yeah, Night Stretcher Fighting Gong. I think that is correct. Because that gets me Toucannon, that gets me energy. And I am the #1 fartest smeller in the world. But I think I'm 10 damage short, which is really cool. So I think that means I have to prime catcher the Drillbur, which is also totally fine. Let's go for that. Let's get that out of the deck. And then I believe this is the correct call. I know it seems weird. That was not the correct call. I should not have done that. That was the dumbest thing I could have done. What the hell was I thinking? There's a Drillbur down. Solrock. Take the KO. And then I have game with Toucannon. As long as they don't knock out my Toucannon, I will win this game. Oh, man, yeah, I just need to do a reset. This is just one of those days where the PDCGL, where RN Jesus is just like, I don't want to. And they got the bosses on the Trumbeak, and now I lose. Oh, that's actually totally fine. So, do you think they realize that I can win the game? I mean, I'm not going to, but do you think they realize that I can? So I have to discard the Noctowl. Okay, so yeah, I have to discard the Noctowl. I was just wondering about the order of operations there. There's a Lillie's. So if I go for Dawn, that gets me everything I need, right? Because I think I had a Night Stretcher and a Fighting Dong. So as long as there's a Noctowl in the deck, we'll be fine. Okay. Then we go Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. I'm not going to make a silly mistake and suck my own butt. Oh, I think I do lose. I'm pretty sure I lose because I don't have enough bench Pokemon. So it's going to be... Oh, no, Brave Bangle, Fighting Dong. Brave Bangle, Fighting Dong. Is that enough? Oh my god, I won! Oh my god, I'm the #1 PDCGL player in the world. Even after PDCGL does everything to screw me over, I am the #1 PDCG. Oh, they couldn't even handle the sauce. I basted them with my sauce and they couldn't handle it. Looks like you couldn't handle getting basted by my sauce. All right, so if I win this game, we're in Master League. I wish I was locked in. Made it extra sloppy for you. All right, everyone shake it off. Pretend like you're Taylor Swift and shake it off. I've mulliganed a lot today, haven't I? I feel like most decks have 10 to 12 basics, and I'm just mulliganing all over the place. Okay, wow, this is terrible. Thank you. This is actually horrible. Hey, it's... Oh no, I have an unplayable hand. But as long as they're not playing Arboliva, we should be fine. No, what are you doing? Well, no, I'm in Master League. No, why would you concede? Now I'm in freaking Master League. I don't want to be here. I wanted to earn it. I wanted to earn that win. Yeah, now I'm in freaking Master. Who wants to be in Master League? Nobody. All right, let's see what my collector crate gets me. Ooh, we got Master Ball ranked ladder rewards. Ooh, I got -1 cards. Awesome. Oh, yeah, -1 Brave Bangle. Oh, yeah, -1 Misties. -1 Gladion. Awesome. All right, so we got a Wailord. We got a Thievel, Crushing Hammer. Oh, so I didn't get any... I'm sorry, I didn't get anything. PDCGL actually helped us out there. Onishimaku 22. Onishimaku 22. But is there even, I mean, there was literally one item in, fun fact, 0 dragons in Pitch Black, 1 item, not counting fossils, and 1 stadium. That is abysmal. That is absolutely horrifically abysmal. That we have a set with 0 dragons, 1 actual item card, and 1 stadium. He was celebrating the fact that he's with Katy Perry and he doesn't have to run a country anymore. FM boss, that'll never happen. Stibity, no, they'll just use, they don't even need to do, they'll just use Undermine. Well, I think this is a loss because they don't have an ability. So this is just, you know, worst matchup right off the rip. So this is why I wanted to play that Toucannon game. Like, why are we still here? Why am I even playing this game right now? Like, I know I can't win. What am I even doing here? This is literally an unwinnable game. So let's go for, I have to go for Hooters. I think I have to go to Hooters because that one's going to get knocked out. I have Cornerstone Mask Oderpon. You know, maybe in this matchup, you're supposed to start attaching to the Cornerstone Mask Oderpon since this guy one-shots Delmise and it gets 2-shot by Delmise. Like, maybe that's correct. It doesn't feel like it is. Well, there's more. The Chi-Yu is more playable than Mega Darkrai. The Chi-Yu is better than Mega Darkrai, to be completely honest with you. But I don't know, what can I do? What can I do to reset the luck? Because things are going really weird. Does anyone have any advice? Because I can't win this matchup if they take a knockout of Hooters this turn. Yeah, they got the knockout, so I have to give them a sad face and then just be like, yeah, that's game. Yeah, that's a loss right there. Okay, so I just gotta, just don't run. Oh, there's so many people playing this game. So many people playing this game. That it's an immediate rematch. God, and it's like, maybe I need to play the Togekiss build or something. Because I don't know what to do to reset the luck here. Let's go first. Maybe that'll do something. But I need to get a YouTube video. I need to have 3 games. We just need to get the runs or something. I need to get the runs. If I can just get the runs, I'll be happy. Okay, so they started the Spiritomb. That's good. Because there's so many people playing Pokemon TCG Live, this is actually a rematch. I made it to Master League against a Toucannon deck that immediately conceded, which was kind of funny. I think this is like 90% of the time you're going to lose this matchup, but let's go for a Pikipek. I'm going to go to Hooters, Pikipek down, Cornerstone Mask Oderpon. I'm going to attach to the Oderpon, I guess, because I don't think they're going to take a knockout. So I have Prime Catcher. I have a turn 2 I have a turn 2 Toucannon. I can knock out a Delmise if they fill up their bench. They are playing the Spiritomb build, which means things aren't great. And they get the Raw Blender. So I got my Raw Catcher, they got the Raw Blender. And yeah, just immediate get rid of 5 dudes. They know that the Poltergeist is more important in this matchup. I know from playing the last matchup where I lost that it almost is better to just start attaching. Oh, are they going for a Shuppet? Oh, why are they sniffing their finger? Oh, for Gwen. Yeah, see, that's the fun combo. Dolomise is ready to go. As long as they don't get Air Balloon Telepathic, we'll be fine. Oh, please tell me they don't get Air Balloon Telepathic. But I learned that Cornerstone Mask is kind of good in this matchup because it can't be one-shot by Dolomise. It can be cleaned up by Spiritomb, which is obviously not good. But you don't really have a lot of options here. I have to knock out the Dolomise this turn. I don't think there's any way around that. I have to just hunt the energy, hunt the Dolomise, take the knockouts when I can. It's unfortunate, but it's what we got to do. And I think I just go Noctowl. I have Rare Candy, so I need Fighting Dong and I need Poké Pad. So I need a Dong and a Pad. That's not one of your best ones, Professor Oak. And then we go for Toucannon, Rare Candy. We got the Gone for the energy. I have the Area 0 because, you know, this deck does need basics. And let's get this guy. And, yeah, I mean, I have to just hunt the Dolomise. There's no way around this. The Dolomise just have to be hunted here. And I probably should have drawn the card. I should have used Areola draw a little bit earlier, but whatever. Well, shoot. Okay, so let's go for Pikipek. I don't have a Noctowl. That's fun. So I have to go for Pikipek, and then I guess Trumbeak Toucannon. So Pikipek down, and then Feather Rondo. All they need is an energy, and my Toucannon is knocked out. This is why the matchup is so horrible for you, is you have to get a stage 2 into play in order to knock them out. They don't need anything. They just need an energy. How does Dolomise knock out your Toucannon? They just need an energy. How does your Toucannon knock them out? Well, you need a stage 2, an energy, and a gigantic bench. So in this situation, I have to go Fan Rotom KO the Spiritomb. And, oh, that's just a Lilies for 8. Fantastic. There's more Dolomise. I can still win this game. It is highly unlikely that I win this game, but it is still theoretically possible. They're going to have access to a Spiritomb, but I'm going to knock out the Spiritomb this turn. So them starting the Spiritomb was about the only way that I can win this game. And I'd have to check their stretcher count. So they're down 2 stretchers. If I can somehow... They're going to have another energy. I don't think I can hunt the energy anymore. It's just going to be, we're going to have to go racing here. We're going to have to do a prize card race. A good old-fashioned prize card race that I'm probably going to lose. But let's go Boss's Hors d'oeuvres on the Spiritomb. Fighting Gong. Have the energy. I probably have to suck my butt a little bit here, which is not going to taste great. Well, let's go. Yeah, Toucannon there, that there. I need another Pikipek just so I can have that turn of evolution. Prizing the second Noctowl, definitely not good. Prizing the second Noctowl, not great. Best case scenario is they bump my Area 0 and I can get rid of that Noctowl, or I just get the Noctowl off the prizes. But if they go Prism Tower, then I can get rid of my Noctowl. I have a way to recover it, which is nice. But... I don't know. I don't know if I have enough resources to loop all of my Toucannon. Because Solrock doesn't take the KO. I can't blow their Skin Flute. So I can't, you know, coax anyone down. They've had a supporter every single turn. It's just going to be, can I loop 4 Toucannon in a row? I don't think so. Well, actually, technically, I only need to do 3. And then as long as they can't find bosses... I can maybe double attach to this Cornerstone Mask for game. So it's highly unlikely, but there is a world where Trust Your Pilot wins this game. So stay tuned. Don't skip ahead. Do not double tap that screen with your big toe. Use your little toe. It's much softer and gentler and doesn't leave as many oily stains. But this has just been one of those. You can use as many toes as you want. I'm just trying to help protect your screen against stains and oils and stuff. But there's the Vengeful Anchor. I played the Arboliva build for the first hour of this, and that went terribly. You know, every opponent I played just always had it. You know, I did face Hide and Sneak. They just had everything every single turn. That's a Shaymin. Let's go Noctowl. Oh, God. I think I have to Noctowl for Lillie's Area 0. Because, I mean, what are the odds that I don't get away? I have 4 energy in the deck, plus 2 Gong. What are the odds that I don't get it? They're literally 0. It's literally a 0% chance that I don't get everything that I need. So I'm choosing to believe. I'm going to draw 7 cards. Okay, that's fine. I have Lana's Aid. That's really good. The issue here is that I don't maybe not have enough energy. Also, where the hell are all my Pikipek? Okay, so I have to go Solrock down. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, this is so tough. I think I have to take the guaranteed KO. As much as I would rather discard this energy, I can't. I can't risk it for the biscuit here. Because I have Lana's Aid, that can get me back to 3. I have to Rare Candy into Toucannon. I have some Sacred Ash that I can eat. Right? That's a freaking useless card right now because I have to Rare Candy into Toucannon. I don't think they're going to slip up like they just lotion their feet and they're trying to run down a linoleum floor. They're not going to put anybody else into play. Oh, God. Okay, that's fine. That's actually perfect. So I have to Brave Bangle. I have to go up with the Pikipek. That is non-negotiable. Pikipek has to go up front. I can't shuffle my deck, which is not great. But I need to get a backup Pikipek as well. So it's very important that I go Pikipek and have at least 1 more Pikipek, preferably 2, but I haven't checked my prize count. So this is going to get very, very interesting at the very end. Spiritomb is going to do nothing unless I don't know how to count, and it's going to come down to Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. But this is my preferred version of the Terras, right? I prefer just the card draw. I've just been getting screwed all day, and not in a fun way. I've just been getting screwed all day with my opponent always having everything, me having nothing. So yeah, sure, that's fine. Oh no. Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. I can get a Pikipek. All I have to do is draw into an energy Rare Candy. Easiest thing in the world. Easiest thing in the world to get energy Rare Candy. Okay, nope, still the easiest because we're gonna draw into it. I think I have 3 outs to energy in the deck. We're guaranteed. Damn it. Well, I've lost the game. This is just cursed. This is the most cursed deck I've ever seen. Yeah, bye, YouTube. Why is this so cursed? I don't understand it. Okay, we're going to go Alakazam. All right, this is going to break the curse here. The curse is about to be broken. As long as I don't face stupid Delmize Hide and Sneak. Well, I mean, I've won. I'm basically 3-3. That's what Fighting Gong is for. Right? It's like you should play Energy Surge. That's what Fighting Gong is for. You know, that gets your basics or your energy. It gets both. Okay. I'm getting a YouTube video. Everyone, clench your cheeks as hard as they can possibly be clenched right now. What the hell is this? You're not helping it. I'm having an existential crisis, FM boss. You should be supporting me. You should be pretending like you're a bra and be supporting me right now. I have a sneaking suspicion this is hide and sneak. Wait, maybe it's not? Oh, God, what the hell is this? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, this is so much worse. Did somebody say Alakazam mirror match? I sure hope not, because this is going to be dumb as hell. Did someone say Alakazam mirror match? Well, then you shouldn't have. All right, well, I guess I can do all this. I can put the Pikipek down, and then next turn we can lose the entire game. It's going to be great. So as good of a first turn going first as they had, they didn't get an energy on anybody. So that one is really good for me. They would need an air balloon and an energy if they want to attack this turn. Most likely, they're just going to Badoo attack this turn. The thing is that I can loop attackers a little bit better than them. They only have Alakazam as their attacker. And really fun fact, I can super Pissy Bolt Badoo. So if I have to bosses the Badoo for knockout, I take the prize. I race ahead. Yeah, race to who can deck themselves out first. As long as they don't have a Spicy Zerosic, we'll be fine. But I think in the mirror match, I'm favored here because number one, they didn't get a turn 2 Alakazam KO. And I'm going to be able to knock out that Badoo. So I'm heavily favored here. Right? Because I have backup attackers. I don't need to have cards in hand. Oh, good. Please no. Please no. Oh God. Okay. Okay, we'll be totally fine. No, Toucannon works in tandem with Alakazam. You know, we get rid of the stupid Dunsparce. Who needs Dunsparce when you have Toucannon? You know, 260 damage, even if you get judged, there's a Rosict. All right, this is great. That's not great. But I'm knocking out the Badoo. I'm taking a prize card, and then I can take a prize card next turn. That's a Dawn. That's great, except for the fact that it's not. You know, as much smartness as it would be, I think this is correct, right? As smart as it might seem to go for the Dudunsparce, if I do this, I'm guaranteed an Alakazam next turn. Right, if I go for the Dunsparce, I'm always at least taking a risk. And yes, I want to be the first one to put the Battle Cage down. The reason you put the Battle Cage down first in the mirror matchup is because they probably play 4 Battle Cage. And at least they're going to be stuck. And no, not like my stepsister in the dryer because we had to wash a blanket that was too crusty. Luckily, this is a matchup where Toucannon is going to come into play. And I can knock out their Fezandipiti. I have the bosses. So I can knock out that seems unnecessary. I mean, I think I understand why they did it, because it's like, what's the point of having Enhanced Hammer? What's the point of having Battle Cage? This is why I like Toucannon as a backup attacker, is I can have a bad hand. I can have a bad start, right? With Alakazam, if you have a bad start and... Okay. That would not have been my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh choice for a spec in Alakazam. But I'll allow it. I will allow it. But yeah, I don't think Survival Brace is the correct option here. And if you're wondering how we're so deep into me playing with Toucannon, it's what I said. There is no perfect list for Toucannon. It's more about draws and matchups. And with the Arboliva list, I got the worst draws ever. My opponent got the best draws ever. You know, and then when I played Cornerstone Mask, it was just a bunch of Delmines, so that was a bunch of losses there as well. It was just super frustrating games all the time. And I guess if I'm hunting for energy, I should thin my deck of Pokemon because I need to get energy. Right? Normally you'd be like, oh, why would you use your Poké Pads when you want to get Pokemon? No, energy is the most important thing this turn. So unfortunately, Toucannon is going to have to be put on the back burner while I just draw all of my cards and then hope. Because I do have the Hilda as a backup plan, but I would like to, you know, maybe use bosses or something. Yeah, Alakazam goes through Brace. So that's kind of makes my life a lot easier. Yeah, didn't think we were going to get that energy. Just a point of fact, didn't think we were going to get that energy. All right, so let's go for the Dunsparce. Will we get an energy? Didn't think so. So I'm going to Trumbeak. And then Hilda for, I guess, another Trumbeak or something. Go get another Trumbeak. And sure. Or I guess it's the Dunsparce. That's what I meant. I actually meant the Dunsparce. I didn't mean Trumbeak. What are you talking about? Don't be weird. Take your foot out of there. That doesn't belong in there. Feet belong in mouths. All right, so let's just... I don't even care anymore. So if you didn't know, Survival Brace only stops damage. It does not stop effects of attacks, which Alakazam is. So Alakazam is an effective in attack. This is knocked out by damage from an attack. And there's just so many ways around this. Jamming Tower gets around this. A Monkey Dory putting 10 damage. A Phantom Dive putting 10 damage. You know, a Badoo Itchy Pollen screws up this card. There's... Really, bro? I didn't play cards specifically because of this. I specifically did not play cards because I was just trying to be funny. And now you're being a buttface. I go out of my way to be a cool person, and then you're just like, nah, what if I'm a buttface? And see, if I was playing Alakazam and no Toucannon, I would have lost. So that is kind of hilarious that I'm going to win this game because of Toucannon. Unless, of course, Trust Your Pilot gets nothing because he doesn't have an energy in the deck and he can't... Okay, I can't check my discard pile, apparently. So as long as I find an energy, I win the game. It is that simple. So I will go Lana's Aid. I will get back Alakazam and a Dunsparce. And then I think I had a Toucannon maybe. I still can't check my discard pile by left-clicking because PDC Jail's a well-made game. So I think I go Lana's Aid for Alakazam, the Dunsparce, and... Okay, just let me look at my damn discard pile. Alakazam, the Dunsparce, and something, and then I use all of my draw effects before Sacred Ash. Because if I use Sacred Ash, obviously, before that, then that gums up the deck when I just need energy. Obviously, I could go up with the Kadabra and still take a knockout and be fine, but no, this is what we're doing, okay? We're going the long way around, okay? We're going to go Lana's Aid for that, and what else we got? I mean, I guess another Dudunsparce? Sure. You know, I'm going to pretend like this is corn, and I'm going to go the long way. Let's go Alakazam, draw 3. Everything's going to be great. Oh, no. Oh, no. I said everything was going to be great. Not the worst god-awful thing you've ever seen in your life. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yep, Toucannon down. So I have massive hot cannons that I can blow. Let's Sacred Ass. Put Abracadabra, Alakazam. And then I guess Abracadabra, Alakazam. And then Abracadabra? Oh my god, I just got that. Abracadabra, I just got that. So yeah, let's do this. These guys go down. We're going to have a bunch of card draw next turn. I have a Toucannon. So actually, see, the math works out because I would have had a 6-card hand. Obviously, I just wouldn't have put the Dunsparce down, and I would have had a 7-card hand, and I would have knocked out the Alakazam. But we're gonna pretend like Toucannon is the only reason that I won this game. They thought they were so suave. I'm gonna hit you with a Zerosic because you're playing Alakazam, and that's how you lose this game. I play Zerosic to win the mirror. Did you not just see what I did to your face? Oh, good God, stop doing everything. Oh, okay. See, even when your opponent has everything and has the red card at the right time, has the enhanced hammer, you still win. You know, this is just how good I am at Pokemon cards. It's kind of unfair how good I am at Pokemon cards. Now, there is a minute decision I have to make here. Do I attach the enriching energy to the Toucannon, or do I put the psychic energy? So as you might have seen in that last hand, I did have a Wondrous Patch. The one Wondrous Patch allows you to obviously accelerate the energy to an Abra. Ooh. I think I do put the Fez down. Right? The Wondrous Patch allows you to accelerate to an Alakazam and do the thing. Ooh, that's really good. That's, you know, that makes me want to blast off my cannons right now. That feels so good. So let's go for the Dunsparce. Get this. Because there is a world where I have to enriching energy next turn. I know I have bosses. I didn't use any bosses, so I can put the Fezandipiti down. I don't want to use the Dunsparce here. It's very important I do not use the Dunsparce. I want to keep that for a little bit later. Ooh, there's Kadabra. So I'm not 100% sure what the correct call is. Okay, never mind. I'm blowing up the Dunsparce. I'm gonna pretend like it's a Taco Bell bathroom and blow it up right now. There's the Wondrous Patch. That makes things a little bit more interesting. And then I go Poffin, put the Dunsparce down. So in this situation, I don't think there's any real decision to make, right? It doesn't really matter what I do. I guess I just Toucannon and 260, and then I just bosses the Fezandipiti for game next turn. If they didn't have Fezandipiti on the field, in no world would I put my Fezandipiti down, because I could have still taken the knockout very easily without that Fezandipiti, with my Fezandipiti. But because they put a 2-prizer down, I used math. Like, yeah, they're going to knock out my Fez. Oh, no, not my Fez. Whatever will I do if you knock out my 2-prizer? Oh, no, if only I had a boss's energy that you can't enhance them. See, I am that good. I am that good. I know how to do math. Toucannon taught me how to use math. Just don't watch the VOD because you'll be infuriated by how randomly the Arboliva build did not work. What? No, there's no way. There's no way. Thank you. What I will say is that if you choose to play the Arboliva build, okay, just chill, bro. If you choose to play the Arboliva build, use your brain and play Brandtree. Get rid of Forest of Vitality, get rid of the A-Spec, just play Colress and Brandtree. I hated the Forest of Vitality build. You know, get rid of the Celebi, just play Brandtree, no Forest of Vitality. It is a little risky because obviously you help you help other decks that are stage 2s. Even if they red carded me, I would see at least 6 cards next turn, and you'd hope at one point I'd be able to, you know, shuffle the hand. But I didn't get a chance to test Arboliva because I was like, this deck is not treating me well. You know, there's certain times, certain games that I play. Some days I log into PDCGL. I've been playing this for over 90 minutes, and this will be the first game in the YouTube video. And it was all because of Toucannon that I won. But there's just some days where the draws are really bad, my wins are really bad, or sometimes you just, you know, you put your hand, you pretend like you're Katy Perry in that music video, you pretend like you got 2 cannons and you just squirt cream out of them all day long. Professor, no, the problem with Toucannon is that you don't know what the best build is. Toucannon is inarguably, that's my new word of the day, is it is inarguably a great card. The problem is finding the right partner. And this is Sly Valley. Please don't let, I mean, hopefully Sly Valley knows the rules. Give a streamer a good game and let them win. Those are the rules. You give the streamer a good game and you let them win. No, it's a great card. Like, think about it this way. Grimmsnarl was a terrible, unplayable card for the first 2, 3, 4 weeks in Japan. Then somebody put peanut butter between their toes and just everything changed. Right? If you go back to when Grimmsnarl first came out, it was not played by anybody. It was a terrible card, did not do anything, and then somebody paired it with Frostlass, and now it's a top 10 deck. Exactly. So that's, ooh, this is a terrible matchup. Okay, so this is an interesting matchup. And yeah, but like as you just saw, is that, you know, PDCGL just hates my face. We'll go to the Teal Mask Oderpon builds right after this one. This is definitely one of the starting hands of all time. I really don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice. I really don't want to do this, but guess who doesn't have a choice in the matter? Guess who's got 2 big toes and has to put enriching energy on a Pikipek when he really doesn't want to? Wow, okay. Thank you. Thank you, PDC Jill. I was really hoping that I'd waste that and get nothing. But more 30th celebration leaks are happening right now. So I showed you the Illumise Golden Go 30th celebration. The Golden Go is, you need to have 30 cards in your hand. And it's not even good. You need to have 30 cards in your hand, and this guy isn't even good. So let's see. If you have exactly 30 cards in your hand, take 1 prize cards? What does it say? Then shuffle your hand into your deck? Take 1 prize card. Wait, take 21 prize cards? What does that say? Okay, so take 2 prize cards and then shuffle your hand into your deck. But it's for a metal. So for a metal energy, which means the only partner would be Alakazam, so it doesn't fit, is you get 2 free prizes, which is not even close to being worth it. That is, you need exactly 30 cards in your hand, and you get 2 prizes, then you shuffle your hand into your deck. What? That is definitely something. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. That is definitely something. Okay, so Trust Your Pilot has to pretend like things are going okay when they're definitely not. Well, the problem with Golden Go is that it's so bad. If I had an Abra, I'd be in a great position right now. So let's go for this guy, this guy, this guy. I think Abra goes down. I'm not going to Rare Candy. I know they have a knockout on my Shaymin, but I think I can still win. Right? If I put the Abra down, if I give them the Abra, I can use the Toucannon to hit into them. No, I can't. I just have to go up with the Trumbeak, because the reason I can't do what I want to do with the Toucannon next turn is I need to go Hilda for telepathic. If I had a playable hand, things would be much different. But I don't have a playable hand, so I have to go Hilda for telepathic and whatever. Okay, well, they made a big oopsie there. They made a huge mistake. Catastrophic. Dogastrophic. Guinea pigastrophic. Because now I kind of know that they don't got it like that. Right? They should have knocked out my Shaymin made me think, oh, they got it like that, but I know they don't got it now. I know. Oh, they got the Whirling Envy. They do got it. Oh, right. They do got it. Never mind. That was my bad. I forgot about the Chi-Yu, the best new dark type card in the set. But I mean, let's be honest. We were going to lose this game anyway, most likely. But that was the correct call, because it's like, was I really going to do that much coming up here? All right, well, let's go Buddy-Buddy Poffin for... Hello? Excuse me, there's supposed to be 270 hit point colorless basics in this deck. I seem to be missing them. There actually might be 3. Okay, well, I'm just gonna concede. Just gonna get out of there, you know, just quick oopsie in the pants there, you know how it is. There might be 3. I want to check that. There might be 3. No, there's 2. Okay, there's only 2. All right, so let's go to the teal mask Ogerpon. I'm gonna work my way up, right? You don't put all the toes in your mouth. You got to work your way up. All right, Poké Goat 44. So this is teal mask. And Skibbity Toilet, Spiritomb is good. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying with my testing. Is it's where are you? It's way better than you think it is. Well, this is a starting hand. See, the Toucannon is good. I'm just getting unplayable hands. Like, what even is this? Right? They're going to knock out my Pikipek turn 1. I'm going to Trumbeak. I'm going to try to fly. I'm going to flip tails. And then the game's just going to be over. Oh, no, they're going to go for a Meowth. I was like, oh my God, they have a 0 card hand. No, they're just going to go for a Meowth. Well, seems like we both have a terrible starting hand. Joke's on you, Poké Goat. So I'm just going to double evolve, do nothing. Fantastic. All right, so 148, they're playing Lucario. How is their top deck better than mine? The reason we're jumping into this game so late is that they played with their balls and unfortunately nothing came out. You know, that can't happen when you get to my age. Is they played with their balls. They went for a Meowth. They gave me the sad face, so they prized the Meowth. They had a 0 card hand. And then, of course, they top decked a Fighting Dong. They got Fighting Dong energy. But they're not taking a knockout. But I am. So even though they got the perfect top deck, I'm still going to clap their cheeks. Wait, do I take... Yeah, I do take a knockout. I was like, do I take a knockout here? The Solrock get knocked out. I think I win this game. The only way I would normally lose this game is if I get an unplayable starting... The only way I would lose this game is with an unplayable starting hand. So naturally, I got an unplayable starting hand, but I'm still probably going to win because they prize their Meowth. Good God! What is happening today? Am I seriously going to lose the... Oh, just the immediate your turn. Okay, thank you. God. All right, let's get this guy. This has just been one of the most... This is why I don't stream on Sundays. Sundays are cursed. I think the last time I streamed on a Sunday, things were just as bad, if not worse. Yeah, turn 4 fan call. Also, still haven't played any cards. To be fair, you do play a limited number of supporters in this deck, but it's because you're supposed to get, you know, playable cards, right? You're supposed to have turn 2 Noctowl. What is happening? All right. Oh, I was going to say, let's go for a Trumbeak. Looks like we're going for a Toucannon. There we go. All right. So this deck farms Lucario, apparently. My Toucannon deck absolutely farms Megas. Oh, man. This Toucannon deck made me whipped cream. Made me all creamy in my pants. Oh, God. Their name is Stall Machine. Yeah, such great gameplay where nothing is happening. You know, this stream did not make me all creamy. No, I only have one game for the YouTube video, and it's the Alakazam one. I still have to get 2 more games for the YouTube video. All right, so I think we go to Hooters. I think going to Hooters is always a good idea. Are you kidding me? I can't knock this out. I can't do anything to this. You know what? Yeah, that's right, Stall Machine. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm conceding. Yeah, that's what you get. I'm never going to see you again, Stall Machine. Oh, man. Like, this is what I knew going into this, is it's all about matchups and draws. I've been getting the worst possible matchups, and then when I switch lists to one that, you know, has a good chance, it's like, oh, no, never mind. You should have played that old one. Yeah, Mr. Darkseid, basically. Well, like, I'm going to switch to the, so there was a list that won in Japan. Someone took that exact list and played it in oh my God. Somebody played it in a limitless tournament and they went 11-1. I will go to that list right after this and you won't believe what's going to happen. We are literally 2 hours into playing Toucannon. The deck is good. Okay, I am not going to sit here and okay, actually, smart thinking here. I'm going to have to, you know, use this in like a negative way, but it'll be fine. I go for Noctowl and then Fan Rotom and I guess a Pikipek, but I know how to win this matchup. I'm going to play with my balls. That's always the key to winning any game, is you play with your balls first. You go get a Teal Mask Ogerpon. So now I have a playable hand next turn. Oh, God, I feel like I'm going to lose this game. But I one-shot Garchomp, and then, of course, we get that. Okay, so I go get Poké Pad for Pikipek. Poké Pad for Pikipek. They don't have any Rose Raid, so the Hooters is going to survive. I guess I do that. Because by attaching to the Ogerpon, I can attack with Ogerpon next turn. I can accelerate one and then attach to the Pikipek and retreat the Pikipek. Luckily, everyone in my deck is a flying type, so they resist fighting. It doesn't matter that it's not affected by resistance with Gible because they don't have any Rose Raid. So I am going to survive this turn. I can one-shot a Garchomp with Ogerpon. But that opening hand that you saw with triple Ultra Ball and basically nothing going on is indicative of everything that's been happening in the 2 hours I've played this deck. It is not about the 60 cards you put in the list. It is not about this. It's not about that. It is matchups and draws with Toucannon. Toucannon is a great card that can do 260 damage for a single energy, which is better than Lurantis EX, by the way. Way better than Lurantis EX. Lurantis EX kind of sucks. But I've just been getting the worst matchups, the worst draws. I still highly recommend Toucannon. Just maybe not the Arboliva build. Cornerstone Master Oderpon is great if you get, an early turn 1 Solrock or a Fan Rotom KO or something. But this is what the deck... Really? Was that really necessary? I was going to Noctowl for the Lilies. All right, well, I guess I go... this is such a problem because Toucannon has a 2 retreat cost. So if I do the wrong thing, Toucannon has a 2 retreat cost, and I guess I go Area 0 Poké Pad. Actually, if I go Area 0 Poffin, because what I want to do is thin the deck as much as possible. I can very easily take a knockout this turn with so many different people in my deck. I'm also okay not doing anything. Never mind, I'm going to do something this turn. All right, so there's a Trumbeak. I don't want to use Fly. They can knock me out with the Gabite, which is a problem. So honestly, I think I just have to... Yeah, this is actually the correct call, I think. And then I go, attach to you, Trumbeak. I know this seems very, very strange, but it's what we got to do. I will explain my decision during their turn after we flip tails on this. Hey, we flipped heads. All right, so what they have to do this turn is they're obviously going to have, all the Garchomps and all the Rose Rays. They're going to use Champion's Call a million times to get any Pokemon they want. If I attacked with Teal Master Oderpon, that means they don't need a bosses, right? This way, they need bosses energy Garchomp to knock out my Teal Master Oderpon. Failing that, then I have a Teal Master Oderpon ready to knock out any Garchomp they have. I also have bosses for next turn if they put a Garchomp into play. If they don't put a Garchomp into play, I have my Toucannons. My Toucannons can 2-shot the Garchomp. That's not why it's called Toucannons, that it can 2-shot everything. That's just part of the thingy thing. But Garchomp, I believe it's 100 damage, so they would do 160 with double Rose Raid. The Oderpon is surviving. The only way they can knock out the Oderpon this turn is if they Garchomp the active, retreat it into a Garchomp on the bench, attach a fighting to it, and then bosses up my Oderpon on the bench. But if they do that, they lose all of their energy. And I do resist Garchomp by 30, which means I would survive, right? They would need triple Rose Raid. So if my opponent has 3 Rose Raid, they need to get 3 Rose Raid into play. Now, there's no way they have the bosses in their hand, okay? They're realizing too late that my Trumbeak is protected because I'm pretty fly. And I'm protected against damage and effects of attacks. Technically, this is better than Unfezant because this is a stage 1, but no, Unfezant's much, much better. And that is totally fine because they forgot about weakness. You know what my weakness is? It's not feat, that's a strength. Feat is a feat. So yeah, they tried to attack, but they're just going to use it to drop to 6. But if you didn't see the leak, if you have exactly 30 cards in your hand, you take 2 prizes, then you shuffle your hand into your deck. If you have exactly 30 cards, you get the things, and then you shuffle your hand into your deck. All for a medal. All right, well, I have no other plays, so this is unfortunate. I have to take the KO. I wish I didn't. I wish I had a card that I could play right now. I'm going to have Fan Rotom Pikipek. That's not going to do it. So they're going to take 2 prizes on this guy. That is fine. I have Unfair Stamp. I don't have Tool Scrapper. So this is going to get really sketchy. I don't know if I can win. I can't put the Fez down. I know that for sure. I think what I have to... Oh, there's a Spiritomb. Okay, that's fine. The Spiritomb is actually not terrible for me, I think, because I can just go for Fan Rotom. I can just Fan Rotom it and save some Toucannon. So that's actually good. This Garchomp is going to be stuck like my stepsister in the dryer. Not because our blanket was crusty, okay? That's completely normal that after a week, your blankets get crusty, okay? It's completely normal. I don't know why you're being weird about this. Then I get rid of the Noctowl. This is just Garchomp. Whatever decks I see him to play, Garchomp seems to be such a bad matchup for me. All right, so yeah, really needed that. Thank you. I was like, oh, you know what I was just thinking? I was just, oh man, I really wish I had another Area Zero for no reason. BDCGO just read my mind. Oh, I wish I had another Area Zero. There's a Toucannon. All right, so we got a Toucannon. And then I guess I want to go to Hooters. Wait, this deck does play Trumbeak, right? I'm fairly confident this deck plays Trumbeak. Did I forget to put Trumbeak in the deck or something? Okay, that's good. That's lucky. But I feel like there's at least 2 Trumbeak in every Toucannon list that I played, except, you know, maybe the Alakazam one that has 1. All right. So I'm taking that. If I can boss the Garchomp, they're going to knock out my Founder. They're going to go down to 1 prize. I can tie us on prizes. Okay, so I just prized all my Trumbeak. Fantastic. So I can't knock out this Garchomp. I have to get bosses if I want to stay ahead of the curve here. Because actually, how does math work? Okay, so if they go down to 2 prizes. No, I absolutely 100% need bosses here if I want to win this game. Right? There's no way I win this game if I don't get bosses. No, there's no reason to play Backshot Badge to wall with Fly because they can just boss around it. And Susan, I posted the leftover list in the Discord. So if they go down to 2 prizes, they would have a backup Garchomp. They have everything they need. I don't play Legacy Energy. Obviously, I have Unfair Stamp, which did nothing. So maybe if they run out of energy? No, that's not going to do it. Well, I have a draw of 2. I have a draw of 2 to get us out of this mess. Please, come on. Come on, PDCGL. Okay. I'm not quite sure how I knocked this guy out, but we'll figure it out, okay? We will figure it out. So they're going to have 0 energy on the field, which is good for us. They have to, unless they get another Rose Raid. Please tell me they prize their last Rose Raid. That'd be great. Because I think the only way that I win is if I get my Teal Mask Ogerpon, and then I can put enough energy on it. I need like 5 energy on it or something crazy. When I've already used my Lanaze, but I think there's 8 or 9 total energy in the deck. Oh, that's bad. That is really bad. But obviously I have more Area Zero Underpants. They need Rose Raid or just another energy. I really wish I would have taken the knockout of the Garchomp with that Ogerpon earlier, but I literally, oh God. Yeah, that's a spicy meatball. Yeah, this matchup is just like, even when I have weakness advantage, we're sucking butts. So is there any shot I have of winning this? I think I would need another bosses. I would have to boss the Gabite. Or no, I guess I would boss a Rose Raid. I have to boss a Rose Raid. But they're just a bosses away from winning the game, and they haven't played any bosses, and they probably play 3. So I don't think there's, and I can't even draw any cards. So I have to top deck bosses and then figure it out. But I don't even think I can get deep enough inside them. Right, if I had Legacy Energy, then maybe, but 400 hit points on the Garchomp is really bad. It's like, how many times have I haven't seen like 1 Latias EX all day. And Susan, yeah, like you can check out the the new decks video, I post because I only have so much space in the description of the new decks videos that if you go to the VODs channel, I usually put more lists there if I'm not lazy. But then, on the Discord, I posted leftover lists. All right, well, I don't think they're here, but we were going to lose that one. So I'm going to play the 11-1 list. Someone went 11-1 with this list. It is very involved. I might need to look at the list one more time just to remind myself what the hell is in here. So it's Crispin Bosses, Lilies, 3-3 Noctowl, 3-2-3 Toucannon, 3 bosses. Okay. I did not retain any of that, but we'll be fine. I think the thing that broke this stream, Professor Pimento, was the Toucannon game where they immediately conceded. Like, things were on rocky ground before that, but as soon as we hit that Toucannon mirror matchup and they conceded, that was the end of it. That was when everything went downhill. Yeah, well, to be fair, I have seen it. It's a Japanese list. All right, we're off to a great start. If you couldn't tell, this is exactly the ideal starting hand. That was my second. Hey, Professor Oak, hey, I thought we were on the same team here. Well, you wouldn't. What would you do if Messi tried to score on your own goal? Okay, we're on the same team here, bro. So do we think they're here or did they get the glitch? And it's Testicle Festival! Fantastic! And we have no way of winning! Awesome! Yippee! Who could have guessed that it'd be Festival lead right off the rip? Who could have guessed such a thing? Not this guy! Oh, my mind's a steel trap. Yeah, let's get this and this. I don't hit the Goldeen for weakness. The Seaking hits me for weakness. About the only way that I could win this matchup is if they stall out or I hit fly 100 times. If I flip heads on fly 100 times, we might be able to do it, but I'm looking at the list right now. There's 1 Judge, there's 2 Crispin, there's 3 Lilies, but do you notice? Do you notice what happens here? Yeah, 11-1. And Marcellus, oh, okay, it's Mega Greninja. Oh, that's also really bad because I don't play any lightning types. Yeah, I was saying Toucannon's praises. This was almost an immediate loss. We're still going to lose the game, but this was almost an immediate loss. Thankfully, PDCGL has graced us, and I'm going to Boss's Orders the Grookey, because they didn't attach an energy. Then I'm going to go end turn. This is exactly how we turn things around. I've been getting the worst matchups, the worst draws. You look at the starting hand, I'm playing a deck that won a gym battle in Japan last month, and in the first Pitch Black tournament, someone went 11-1 with this exact list. If this was pure Testicle Festival, I would have lost already. Marcellus, no, this list was from Japan like 2 months ago. This list, I featured it, I think, in my VOD. It's just a Japanese list that popped up several months ago. The stream was titled, The Worst Chaos Rising Decks You've Ever Seen. 6 people, Susan. 6 people. But they took the list and they went 11-1 in a limitless tournament. So the limitless tournament had 400-something players. So the list in Japan won a gym battle with X amount of players, but they took it to a PDC GL tournament with over 400 players and won 11-1. Yeah, Marcellus, if you didn't know, they just got everything, and that's insane. But if you didn't know, every list that you think a YouTuber came up with, well, like 99% of them, we just got them. We just went to a Japanese list, hit copy to clipboard, and then pasted it and pretended it's our own. That's the secret they don't want you to know. That's the secret the fat cats don't want you to know, is that every list you think a YouTuber came up with, we just hit copy to clipboard from a Japanese list. You know, that's why the 30th celebration preview videos are going to be so funny, is because I have to come up with my own list. Prepare your buttholes, everybody. Trust Your Pilot has to come up with his own deck list for 30th celebration. Yes, Hit Susan knows exactly what's up. So I hope you're ready for Trust Your Pilot specials all over the place, where I have to come up with my own ideas. And Grabulon, damn straight. And fun fact, For the Win and I got an idea about some tentacle stuff we could do from a Japanese site. So it's full circle. Yeah, we're having a great time. We're having a great time over here. Oh, just the best time anyone has ever had. I know it seems like I'm jumping into this game a lot later than I should. That's because I am. Because I'm in a situation where I have to energy switch off of a Fan Rotom up to a Moltres, retreat the Moltres, Night Stretcher the Grass Energy to Toucannon, take the knockout, and then get immediately knocked out by a Mega Greninja. Because they're playing the Festival Lead version of Mega Greninja, which I featured in my VOD that has the title. Wait, was it the title that these are the worst Chaos Rising decks you've ever seen? Or no, I think it was I Cooked Too Hard with Mega Greninja. And it was just a Japanese list that appeared like 2 months ago that I pretended was my own and copy and pasted it. But that's all I do. You know, that's the secret I've been telling people for months over here, is that if you think a YouTuber came up with a list, I can guarantee you if you look 2 months in the past to a Japanese gym battle that had 6 people in it, that list already was there, and we just hit copy to clipboard, and that's all it was. That's the secret. I'm always copying my deck list. That's my how to get your feet so smooth, Pilot. That's my secret. They're always lotioned. So they can very easily get it, because remember, Boom Boom Groove is any card. It's not like Noctowl where it has to be a trainer. It can be any card. So they'll probably just have Rare Candy, Mega Greninja, Neo Upper Energy, knock out the Toucannon, and then the deck that went 11-1. Yes, I'm playing a deck that went 11-1 in a Limitless tournament the other day that was copy and pasted from a Japanese tournament about a month ago. I'm going to lose because this is okay. Hurry up, Professor Pimento. All right. Well, you know what? That's a draw. This is I need to they're taking 3 minutes to do nothing. They're taking 3 minutes to do nothing. I need to get games for the YouTube video. This is what happens when you're on the clock. Yeah, I'm counting that one as a loss just because I conceded, but they were taking way too long to do anything, and it was probably not going to be a YouTube game anyway. Okay, I'm going to go first. No, I'm going to go second. I think you go second with this list. Grabulon, why not both? That's what they never expect, is why not both? Okay, so this is Excadrill. How do I win against Excadrill with this deck. There's a Moltres in here. How does Trust Your... I'm looking at the list. I'm checking it twice. Okay. I am currently using a list that went 11-1 in a limitless tournament, which is how you know that I'm going to lose all the games with it. I lost the first game. I probably would have won. I don't know. They were taking way too long, and I need to get a YouTube video. I care way too much about the YouTube audience. I need to get you the best games possible. All right, I guess I want to get double Pikipek. So let's go double Pikipek. And then I don't have a stadium. The Crispin would actually make a lot of sense to thin my deck, so I think I have to do it, which is just really, really stupid. And yeah, let's go get the water energy. Put the grass into my hand. I will attach the water to this guy. And I know they're not going to do anything next turn, so triple stabbing them is fine. Okay, that was kind of sad. But they went first. They didn't get the turn 1 trolley. You can see they have a transceiver just hiding there in the discard pile, which means they're going to go petrol for trolley. If they prize the trolley, they will immediately concede. Wait, is it? This is not going to be Bastiodon something, is it? There's no way there's Bastiodon. Why are they playing Crushing Hammer? I don't understand the Crushing Hammer. I mean, I'm going to lose. And I mean, looking at my ranking. Oh, it's Steven's Metagross. That makes less sense. Oh, it's Steven's Metagross. That still doesn't make very much sense. But I think this makes my life a little bit easier because if I can just find Fire Energy Moltres, I can knock out the Genesect. It is that simple. Obviously, that's not going to happen because I'm playing a deck that won 11-1, and I'm going to go 0-2 with it. So I'm going to lose more games in the first 2 games than they lost in 12 games. Because, again, I'm playing it. All right, so in this situation, I have to get rid of... Oh, geez. I have to get rid of Toucannon Trumbeak. I have to go for a Terra, which I guess is going to be... Oh, God. Yeah, because that'll draw me a card at least. That will draw me a card, so I feel like a special little boy. And let's get an energy on this one. Okay. That did not help whatsoever. Let's go... Get knocked out with the active. So I think I let the active get knocked out. And then Lillie's rare... Lillie's not rare candy. Lillie's not rare candy. And then I go into you. Attach to the Pikipek. Let's go Lillie's. Because remember, they can't Skarmory my Ogerpon, which is great. And I regret everything. Fantastic. So the reason that I evolved the active Hoothoot is because I didn't think I was going to get Latias, and then, you know, I mean, it wouldn't really matter too much anyway. But the reason I did that is because I want them to knock it out, and that way if they knock out the Noctowl, that gives me another out to another Noctowl, which I can Night Stretcher back. And they're just going to knock out the Pikipek anyway, and why do I even bother thinking about life? Just remember, life is meaningless. Yep, nothing crazy, just life is meaningless. Well, that is fun. I think I go up with the Fan Rotom, because I can knock out a Beldum, and then maybe knock out a Mega Skarmory with a Toucannon at some point. So these are all options we have available to us. This is so good. I'm having so much fun right now. Press 1 if you're having fun playing Toucannon. But again, despite what your eyes are showing you, I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, I'm having a lot of fun playing this deck. It is a great deck. Everyone should play it. There's 3 bosses. All I have to do to win is knock out Skarmory, Genesect, and this Beldum. We are already on a roll. But this is the problem that I kind of anticipated with Toucannon is trying to find the perfect list. I think Alakazam is one of the top ones. Arboliva is good when it worked, so of course it never worked for me. You know, this 11-1 list, they're playing Steven's Metagross with all the Crushing Hammer. It's wild. I never find in the Moltres. Despite this deck playing 4 Ultra Ball and 3 Poké Pad, never going to find Moltres. But if I ever do find Moltres, then the Genesect is knocked out. I have an easy way to knock out the Starmie, which is literally just Toucannon. If they try to attack with the Starmie this turn, I literally have a knockout. But if you look at my hand, I have nothing going on next turn. You know, they haven't knocked out the Noctowl. I essentially have to let them knock out the Noctowl next turn. But let's go to... Oh, yeah, I guess Teal Mask Oderpon. Maybe that'll do something. Okay, we're in it. I am deep inside you right now. Okay, so then we go. Yeah, sure, you're sure. We got this. I got this. The game is over. I have won. Wait, can I choose? I think I'm fine. All right, so what I need to do this turn is get Moltres Legacy Energy. So I need Poké Pad Hilda. Poké Pad Hilda is what we do here. We get Legacy Energy. Trust Your Pilot is the #1 Toucannon Terra Box player, even though Toucannon's... I mean, actually, Toucannon's going to win me the game when I take the knockout of the Starmie. Absolutely goated. All right, so we go Legacy Energy Toucannon. And then Toucannon, so I get a card draw. Legacy Energy. This is all coming up Millhouse right now. Retreat into you. Draw a card. You're about to see the greatest finale here you've ever seen. Let's go to Hooters, baby. Oh, I don't take the knockout, do I? I forgot about Protect Charge. So I actually needed to use Kieran that turn, but I couldn't because this is what happens when Trust Your Pilot plays a deck that goes 11-1. Oh, and they got the counter stadium right away. All right, so that's fine. No, you can believe in me. You just can't believe in PDCGL ever giving me a chance to win the game. You know, should I go for a double stab or a triple stab? I can try to double stab or triple stab this Genesect if they try to retreat it and hide from me, but you can't hide your secrets from me. So they're playing Crushing Hammer, Steven's Metagross, Spiky Energy. Yeah, believe in Pilot. Do not believe in PDCGL giving Pilot playable cards. That is the rule. You don't, I'm not Arboliva in him after the earlier effort. That was PDCGL. You can't face a hide and sneak deck that gets a raw blender and then just has Shaymin every single turn, and then destroys you. All right, Metal Stomp, they don't take a prize card. That's great. I do have Boss's KO on somebody. All right, in this situation, there's a judge. Okay, so Area 0 down. And then Energy Switch. Oh, man. Do I just Bosses the Genesect and take the KO with... I'm going to do it. This is going to be the greatest moment you've ever seen. Or I just take the knockout with Iron Leaves and try to do that. I honestly don't know what the right call is here. There's a Meowth. That is... I mean, that is a Crispin, but I can't use the Crispin to do anything right now. It's a Lillie's. I don't think that's going to help me at all. All right, let's go Energy Switch. Does it have to be the Toucannon? Do I seriously have to give the Toucannon the energy? But I want to do this, okay? This is going to be the ultimate skill testing question of, does PDCGL hate me as much as I think it does? If I go 66%, I win the game. I have a 66% chance of winning this game. Oh, God. Yep, should have seen that one coming. Should have seen that one coming. I had a 66% chance. The reason I didn't want to go up with the Toucannon is because then I lose the Toucannon and I have no backup attackers. I needed to knock out the Genesect, but as long as they don't have a Bosses, we're still going to win. right? As long as they don't have boss, I can still win this game. Oh, wait, I can't knock this out. Oh, I was like, how do I knock out a Stevens Metagross? That's the neat part. You don't. So in order for me to knock out the Stevens Metagross, I have to do the thing. Okay, actually, there's still a chancey. No, it was a 67% chance. That's how math works. I needed 2 out of 3. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was great. Can I have another? That was so much fun. I wish I could get blinded more often. So there's a Poké Pad for a... Yeah, let's get that. Okay, and then... I guess it's going to be... Judge? No, let's just Meowth and Lilies. I should probably go for Crispin, but I don't think I have enough energy in the deck. So, do I have water? No, I don't even have the water, so it's just going to have to be Lilies and Hope. That guy goes down. I don't want to use your ability. No. Lilies. I need to get 2 grass energy, or at least 1, and then get another one. Okay, okay. Hang on. Hang on. Things are happening here. I still can't knock out the Metagross, but things are happening. So... Oh, no, I can't hit into the Metagross. This is hilarious. I can't do anything. This is so hilarious that I am unable to play any... I can't hit into them with the Teal Mask Ogerpon because of the spiky energy. This has been the entire stream. This has been the entire stream is, oh, I have a Teal Mask Ogerpon that can't be knocked out by a Metagross, so I should be fine, right? No. If you hit into the Metagross, they put 20 damage on you, and they're also playing Crushing Hammer, because why the hell not, right? And Gardas, math is a made-up construct. Don't even try to add anything to it. You never know what's going to happen. I don't know where I was going with that. And they got the bosses. All right, so they knock out the Meowth with the... What? Are you going to go into Skarmory? Oh, okay, so they're going to take the knockout with Skarmory, and then they just have game because of the... Because that's 2 prizes, and I can't knock out the Skarmory. Well, actually, there's a chance. There is... Okay, you went for the Latias. That was not what I was expecting. Oh my god, I need to get a stream. I need to get a video out of this, okay? Let's go Toucannon. I have no cards left in deck. That's cool. Real fun when you have 0 cards left in deck. There was a Legacy Energy. That's not in there anymore. All right, so I can't attack with a multi-prizer. I have to Fez. Okay. And then I go into you. I can... No, we've lost. No, we've lost. We've lost. God, what is going on today? Yeah, thank you, Spooge Nozzle. Okay, I gotta figure this out. I gotta find the perfect list. Okay, we're gonna go Frostlass. All right, we're gonna go Frostlass. This is the missing link here. Frostlass has been what I've been waiting for all day. I was baiting you all day. I've been waiting for this. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. We're so far down that we can't even find an opponent. Man, just at least you can say you were here for this. You know, you can say you were here for Pilot's, you know, slow descent into madness. Okay, we're going to go second. I have everything I need. Toucannon Reuniqueless. I mean, I was going to build Toucannon Mamoswine, but I had to stop myself at like 8 or 9 lists. I couldn't go to 15. You know, if you check the Discord, there's a bunch of lists there as well. Professor Oak, I'm still at 1. We still don't have another, we don't even have a second game. And I can only keep it up for 30 more minutes before I run out of steam here. I only got 30 more minutes left, so these next 2 games have to be winners, but it doesn't even look like Robbie's here. And our first Dragapult is the lowest ranked we've ever been. That is wild. That the first time I faced Dragapult is the lowest we've ever been. All right, well, let's include this because I came prepared. I came prepared for Dragapult. You'll see. You might not know this, but I came prepared to face this matchup. The question is, do I go for Badoo? The answer is no. The answer is we win this game based on feelings and vibes. That is how we win this game. It's just feelings and vibes. I'm going to go for, I mean, I don't even need that. I guess I just go for triple Pikipek because they're going to take a knockout, hopefully. Or I guess I could save the Lilies for next turn and then guarantee a Trumbeak. That actually seems fine. Dare I say that seems not like an abomination against the world? Dare I say that I might actually be smart here? As long as they don't get a turn 2, as long as it's not Crispin, Rare Candy, Dragapult in their hand right now, I will be fine. This has been, I've played this for 2.5 hours. What I've learned is that Toucannon is a great card, but everything in this world is designed to screw me over. You know, don't let my results with Toucannon sully what is otherwise a good deck or a good card, because this has just been what's happening all day. This is not a one-off. You see my record. It's just been the worst matchups, the worst draws. You know, I'll be like, hey, I'll play this deck that won 11-1 in a tournament. Oops, lose 2 games in a row because it's Festive Elite and unplayable hands. Well, that's fun. Okay, so let's go. No, we're going to get an energy. I'm choosing to believe that PDC Gel would screw my opponent over, but never me, and I was right. All right, so let's go that there. Retreat into Badoo. And then we go for Itchy Pollen. So we're going to, our 6th win of the day. We're going to be 6-9 on the day. To be fair, 2 of those were just concedes because my opponent was taking too long, and I value the YouTube audience's time way too much. You already know they've rage quit. You already know they rage quit. Oh, they're still here. Okay, that's it. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting them to still be here. I have the Lilies. I don't need the Kieran. That's not going to help me right now. But if you're wondering, how do you beat Dragapult with Toucannon? I play Kieran. I believe there's a Brave Bangle and also Gravity Mountain. So as long as they have a full bench, I have a full suite of everything I need. Now, I do want to have a Snow Runt. That's fine. I do want to have a Snow Runt. Maybe I put the Pikipek down, but I need a Snow Runt. I just need a little baby Snow Runt, and that's not a Snow Runt. Fantastic. So Toucannon down. We're drawing a card. I mean, Lily's every turn is kind of goated. And I'll put the Battle Cage into play because that's my only Battle Cage, and I have Gravity Mountain. But believe it or not, Gravity Mountain is more important. As long as they don't get a Dracloak this turn, this video will not be in the YouTube video. This will not be in the YouTube video because they'll probably concede. Grubulon, I've told you 4 times. Wait, no, I think it was 6 times last time. I think I made 6 times the amount on YouTube than I did on Twitch. That's what you have to remember is I follow the money. You know, I follow my nose. Is that Toucan Sam? Is Toucan Sam the follow your nose one? All right. Well, that seems like a Lillie's if I've seen one. Still can't find a snow runt. Still can't find one of them snow runts. Yep, just apparently I forgot to put snow runt in the deck. Yeah, that seems like what is happening. Okay, so this is not going in the YouTube video because this is taking too long. But press 1 if I should pin that message from Clamburglar. Press 2 if Clamburglar should be unmodded. So press 1 to pin the comment. Press 2 to unmod Clamburglar so the other mods can time him out. And see, I already told you. I knew when they hesitated that was going to be a concede. And isn't that a beautiful sight? So, Clamburglar, your vote does not count, and Grebulon's vote does not count. So Lena is a mod. She uses Professor Oak. Looks like, unfortunately, Professor Oak gets it because Professor Oak is the biggest gifter, and same with Mark. So I will let Mark and Professor Oak decide. Clamburglar, you're safe because of the people who gave me the most money. See, I told you, it's a democracy. It's a democracy in the sense that the people with the most money have the biggest influence. All right, so Green Giraffe, 69, damn straight. And Professor Oak, it's fine. If you pay enough money, you can vote as many times as you want. That's a democracy in 2026 is, hey, that's a nice tepid coin. All right, what am I playing again? I'm playing the Frostlass build, so we go second. I'm hot, sticky, sweet, Grebulon. Hey, there's the thing that we needed, and if only I was going second, we'd be, or if only I was going first, we'd have a turn 2 Frostlass. And instead, I have a Chili. And they're gonna Badoo. Oh, it's Bastiodon. Fantastic. Guess what Frostlass is weak to? Oh, great. It's Bastiodon. I wonder what Mega Frostlass is weak to. Oh, great. Awesome. All right, well, there's another snow run, I guess. Let's just attach to this guy, and then as long as they... Oh, I guess I should have used Chili, whatever. And Density, because someone... They do, what do you mean? They do work. Are you kidding me? They just got it like that. Oh my god, this is the stream. This is the stream. They're playing Tou-can't and Fossils, and I don't even get anything out of this. And Lena, yeah, this is why I'm taking a break. Oh yeah, great timing on that. So, yeah, just gonna do a hot 0. So Mega Frostlass was not it. The Mega Frostlass was not it. Maybe the problem the entire time has been that I didn't believe hard enough in my own abilities. Maybe it was Arboliva all along. All right, you know what? We're gonna do what I said you should do. We're gonna go no, not export. They changed everything. All right, so Toucannon plus Grand Tree. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the Forbidden Combo. Also, nobody commented on how Blastoise was the sleeves. Nobody commented on how cool that was. Okay, Mark, if you did, then you're cool. That's because you're cool, Mark. But nobody else commented on it because they're not cool. All right, so let's get some growing grass in here. So growing grass, 1, 2, 3. And then I want, Colress. So let's get this guy and this guy. We got bosses. We got Poké Gear. And I love how you can't tell how many cards are in your deck when you're editing your deck. That is just such a great, such a fantastic feature by the devs. We're going to show you that your deck is invalid, but we're not going to tell you why. All right, so we got one Fan Rotom. I guess I want to cut a Trumbeak for a Dunsparce. And then I want to have, yeah, Buddy-Buddy Poffin. No, look, you can't tell how many, if you have to count. Yeah, no, like right now, though. Right now, as you're editing your deck in this screen, you can't tell. But right now, it just says your deck is invalid. It doesn't say 59 cards. It's just, it's like they added a feature, but if you're editing your deck like this, you can't tell. All right, so we got to go for Grand Tree. And then I guess a third Smoliv makes a lot of sense. So I have 3 Colress, a Judge, 3 bosses, a Kieran, 4 Lilies, 1 Grand Tree. I guess I should have another stadium like Battle Cage or something. Or even a Forest of Vitality just to have it. You know, just some stadium that helps me out. All right. We are going to believe in the Grand Tree build, okay? And yeah, maybe that's the problem, is you're playing too high of rarity, Pilot. I wish it was that easy. So I'm going to go first. We're going to get a turn 1 Smoliv. We're playing the Grand Tree build. This is what I've been driven to. I built 10 lists. None of them felt great. And I did get the Smoliv. I forgot to put in a another Air Balloon, though. Thank you, Zeus. I'm glad somebody finally said something, even though I chose the Mega Blastoise sleeves and those have 3 cannons. But the joke is that there's a Pokemon with 2 cannons on its back. There's a Pokemon called Toucannon. They're not the same Pokemon. There is literally no way I'm losing to a Mega Camerupt. Yes, this is going to be a wacky matchup, but I refuse to lose to a Mega Camerupt. Oh, wait, I do kind of lose. Because I'm playing a Grand Tree deck, and have you noticed what's in my hand? I'm playing a Grand Tree deck. Has anyone mayhaps noticed what is in my hand right now? If you said both of your Arboliva, you'd be right, and that would be terrible. And so I have to make a decision here. I switch to the Grand Tree build, immediately start the game with double Arboliva, no Colress, none of my... Thank you. I mean, that's terrible, but thank you. I was going to say, watch me get both Arboliva right back. All right, so this is both good and bad because obviously I don't have a playable card in my hand. What the hell is this doing in here? Why wouldn't you just play the Nummel that has the Call for Family attack? Like, I understand. No. Okay, well, I didn't lose to Mega Camerupt. I've got great news. I didn't lose to Mega Camerupt. So, yeah, apparently this game kind of hates me. So let's just let it ride. Let's just let it ride. This is getting ridiculous. Let's just let it ride here. God, I think I just have to upload this, and I think I just have to put it on the VODs channel and be like, I was wrong about Toucannon. Because I have tried to make this work for 3 hours now. I think I'm just going to slap it on the VODs channel and be like, I was wrong about Toucannon. And just have like a sad face. Well, there's a level of, you know, quality. Yeah, this deck's been This Toucannon deck is a huge misfire. That's actually pretty good. But I think the word YouTube would flag it and be like, that's not a family-friendly word. All right, but we look at this starting hand. There's no way I can lose this game. What the hell is my Milotic doing in here? Do you see what's happened? I've switched to the freaking Grand Tree build of this deck. I have to go for a, I don't have to go for a Smoliv. I have to go for a Dunsparce. I have to Fan Rotom for all the things. Watch me prize the Grand Tree. That'd be hilarious if that happened. Oh my God. I actually did. There's no freaking way. There is no freaking way that I prized the Grand Tree. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is great. I am going to go for a Dunsparce. I just don't even know what's going on anymore. I've been playing this for nearly 3 hours. This has been everything that's happened. Every time I think, oh, I'm playing a good Toucannon list. We got the Grand Tree Arboliva build. I played the Forest of Vitality build, and it was massively Are they playing just like a counterbox deck with Mega Magnetric and Milotic EX? Because this walls Terras. This can wall basics and evolutions. But oh my God. This is the most cursed stream I've ever done. This is literally the most cursed stream. Can you remember a worse stream that has been more cursed than this? I fail to remember. All right, now we're facing Heisenberg. Oh, goody, a Breaking Bad fan. They must be normal in the head. No, the Espeon VMAX stream, that was not cursed. That was planned. Okay, that lived up to expectations. And I didn't get a turn 1 Smoliv. Fantastic. Oh, man. Okay, well, we're facing a fire deck now. I'm sure that won't come back to bite me at all. But the reason I want to go first is because of Grand Tree. Density, you just got to type in Pitch Black 26 and you'll be fine. Hey, we got them all. Okay, so Smoliv, and then Fan Call. Let's go Fan Call for Dunsparce, Pikipek, Trumbeak. Actually, I do have a Toucannon, so I guess I don't need that. I guess I want Pikipek. Okay, that's going to go down. That's going to go down. That's going to go down. I'm going to attach that there, and then look at the insane turn we're going to have next turn. Okay, the Grand Tree deck is undefeated. Okay. We're going to be fine. They have heat energy. I never understood. Wait, is this going to be the new Armor Rouge? Oh my God, they have an unplayable hand. Are you freaking kidding me with an unplayable hand right now? There's no freaking, there is no way. Why am I winning so much? I don't understand. This is the, and then I get the, and then I top deck to stadium. What is going on today? What is happening? Everybody's exploring. No one's exploring. These are all old cards. Yeah, now all of a sudden I'm on a winning streak because see, Toucannon's great if your opponent can't draw any cards. All right, I think we're probably at like 71. I don't know. We're probably like 71 or something. Okay. Okay, we're at 1469. Of course we are. Am I seriously going to end up going 500 with this deck? Okay, JMA Tuna. If this is not a YouTube game, like I've run out of steam. I'm completely out of steam to put on the YouTuber voice. But I'm running out of steam, everybody. Do I want to go first? Yes. Please be a YouTube game. Give me a turn 1 Fan Rotom Smoliv. Okay, well, that's not necessarily a turn 1 Fan Rotom Smoliv because you're forgetting the fact that we might have prized everything. Okay, that's interesting. I'm putting on the YouTuber voice after 3 hours. We're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be great. They have Fossil Quarry. I am about to lose this Dunsparce. That's fine. Because I have Dunsparce, Pikipek. Is that a Trumbeak or a Toucannon? That's a Toucannon. That's totally fine. So I can knock out the Relicanth. Everything is going to be great. All right, this is the perfect starting hand to lose the game. Oh god, the fossils are not protected against Arboliva. So I guess I just use Arboliva a bunch of times. Wait, why do they have Fan Rotom? Oh, are they just playing? Is this just a tier 2 deck? What is this? What are you doing? I am so confused. Do you have a Fossil Quarry or something? What's going on? What's all this then? All right, let's win this game. We're in hour 3. We've gone so low that we're facing decks with Pokeball in them that flip heads, and the Pokeball is still opening from the wrong side. No, the Caracosta is immune to damage if you have a special energy, but the tier 2 does damage based on items in your opponent's discard pile. So it's 30 times. So the tier 2 is the good card. But why are they playing? Okay. Oh, and then we get the perfect top deck. Okay, so let's go to Dunsparce. I'm going to Dunsparce first, because if I get an Arboliva, I can Rare Candy into it. I did not get an Arboliva. Okay, well, Pikipek, I choose you. And then let's go Rare Candy into Toucannon. So I'm going to have 2 chances with the Pokégear, but obviously I have to, not be dumb. There's a Colress. That's GG, I think. Because if I go Colress for Grand Tree. Oh, wait, no. If I give them Grand Tree, that's bad, right? Let's make this interesting. Right, let's make this an interesting game, shall we? Let's go. Do I have another Toucannon in deck? I do. But we're going to go for Dolliv Arboliva just because it kind of forces them into a not great situation. Most likely they will have a counter stadium in a Fossil Quarry, but I'm knocking out their Relicanth. I don't think they can do anything this turn because I didn't play my Pokégears. Right, I played Rare Candy Poffin, so the tier 2 is doing 60 damage. This is the problem. And Professor Oak? Nah, Forest of Vitality is so boring. I want to make this game interesting because I'm on like a 4-game winning streak with this, a 3-game winning streak. I don't want to go on a 4-game winning streak. I don't know why I'm putting on the YouTuber voice. This is not happening. This is a curse stream. I did a special Sunday stream just to give everybody, a Toucannon list, Toucannon deck. It was the biggest mistake. I should have taken Sunday. I should always remind myself, take Sundays off. And Grabulon, hey, I've said before, if anyone wants to make like Trust Your Pilot best moments or Trust Your Pilot blooper reel, I'll give you all the revenue from it if you want. Right? If anybody ever wants to make a video or a short or something and give it to me for me to upload, I'll give you the revenue from it as long as it's, decent. As long as it's on the same level of quality as everything else on my channel. As long as you live up to the level of quality that you see everywhere else. Yeah, so if you want to make an emote, if you want to give me a free emote, I'll allow that as well, of course. So, whatever you want to do. You know, if you want to do an emote and it's, you know, slightly decent quality, you know, I'll upload it here on Twitch. I won't give you any money for it. But we'll play one more game. We'll play my Togekiss list that, you know, I just thought was so cracked. But I can't believe I played Toucannon for 3 hours. I mean, I did get to 10 wins. Yeah, if anybody wants to make their own emote, go for it. But JMA Tuna clearly did not watch my video. Yeah, they did not watch my video. So this is it. This is the penultimate game, or this is the ultimate game. I went undefeated with Grand Tree, which makes no sense. You're awesome for doing this. The Toucannons did not blast off like Team Rocket. I mean, just type, like, you know, what your favorite moment was from this stream. What was your favorite moment? You know, my favorite moment was the game where Trust Your Pilot suffered immensely. You know, my favorite moment of the stream was where Pilot suffered. That was the full 3 hours. I'm gonna go second. Professor, no, it's engagement. If more people engage with a video, they're more likely to push it to more people. What the hell is this start? That was a close second. Yeah, Pilot called me cool. Oh yeah, you like it when I call you cool, Mark? Hey, Mark, you're so cool. You're frosty. Ooh, you're frosty like a lass. Ooh, who's a frosty lass? Ooh, you're a frosty little lass, aren't you? Okay, if I win this game, everyone has to sub, even though I'm disappearing after Friday. All right, this is a playable hand. This is a playable... Hey, Lena, I spent the money on this microphone. I'm going to get the most use out of it. Okay, so wait, don't I win this one? No, I don't. Because I only do 260, so Zoroark is like the worst thing. Oh, wow, I can literally win the game just by knocking out a Meowth and a Zoroark. Okay, oh, please tell me there's a Shaymin or something in this deck. That was a little early on the Meowth. So this would have been a perfect YouTube game, by the way. I'm going to go for Solrock. I'm going to go for, I guess, double Pikipek. So actually, maybe, yeah, double Pikipek, and then... yeah, I mean, they have a Lillies, but I think what I want to do is just have triple Pikipek, and then, yeah, 1, 2, 3. I want to Lunatone. I probably should have actually saved a spot for the little baby boy, but that's really good. We have Battle Cage. I have Boss's Orders. I have Judge for next turn. I have Rare Candy Toucannon. This is probably going to be the best game of the stream. I don't mean to alarm anybody, but this is probably going to end up being the best stream of the game of the stream, because I have everything I need to win. I just need to get Togekiss, and we just need to flip heads. Marcellus, isn't it weird that Mr. Mime got a pre-Evo and an Evo, but Jinx didn't? Jinx got Smoochum, but didn't get, like, fingers crossed or something? Right? Like, what would Jinx's evolved form be? Oh, fun fact, if you're ever looking for a nickname, this is another preview of a video I'll be doing while I'm on break. Is, what's a fun nickname for Jinx? Does anyone know what the #1 most popular nickname for Jinx is? And before you say anything, yes, it's inappropriate. If you're wondering, is it an appropriate name or is it inappropriate? It is very inappropriate. But can you guess? Okay, so if I get an energy, I can boss the Zorua. No, you have my permission, because I'll be mentioning it in a video. You have my express written consent. Okay, so do I Fan Rotom the Monkey Dory? I think the answer is no, because then they would just use it to body me. Okay, that's cool. We got a bunch of dudes. So they can knock out Fan Rotom and Trumbeak, but that's fine. And then, of course, I get the Air Balloon and no energy. No, Frostitute. It is Frostitute. Okay, I didn't think you'd go that far in the wrong direction. It is Frostitute is the #1 most popular nickname for Jinx. Hey, that's what it is. Yeah. you went too far. You went too far. But no, that's what it is. Hey, I looked on the internet for the nicknames. That's what it is. And yeah, you're all really weird. I know I shouldn't expect that, but you know, VOD's channel, if someone made it to the end of the VOD, if you made it 3 hours in, first, go see somebody, you need help. Second, comment what your favorite nickname is for anyone. Doesn't have to be Jinx. Also, comment that I'm about to get my butt blown out by a Darmanitan. But I wonder if they realize that I can one-shot a Zoroark because I have Kieran. Well, yeah, it goes main channel, Twitch, VOD's channel. Well, actually, I think I still make more from the VOD's channel. No, VOD's channel is #3. VOD's channel is #3. And Mark, there's children who play that game. So I guess what I do for Toucannon is just say, I was wrong about Toucannon, and then put a huge misfire as the thumbnail or something. And there's the Togepi. Don't actually need it to win, though. And this is just indicative of the entire stream. And there, thank you, Mark, is I get I'm drawing 3 cards a turn. None of them are playable, but they're also having a bad time. And no matter what, it's 10 to 11 wins today. So I was wrong about Toucannon. So what should the next deck be? I was thinking of Wailord EX being the next deck. Wailord EX is next. Because I don't like Mega Darkrai. I think Wailord would be a lot more fun. I think I have to do a bit of a wacky deck. No, Morpeko's not on the list. So I think it's either Wailord or Bastiodon. Because I need to... Professor, that's a good one. I think I need to do something wacky to reset the luck. And you got Rampardos. Well, Rampardos is weird. Because I feel like I have to kind of combo it with, you know, the dude, right? Like Rampardos might be paired with Bastiodon. I'm not really sure because there's not many ways you can play Rampardos. It's like Rampardos, Bastiodon is it. Mega Zeraora is not on the list either because that's not a deck you can build on your own. So like Morpeko is about as good as Mega Zeraora in my mind. But I know you watched the video and you heard me tell you about Mega Zeraora and why it's bad. Did they just let me win this game? Did they just copy Flare? You might say they have a flair for the dramatics. Okay, I'm going to draw 3 cards and still not get a way to take a KO here. I have to thin something out here just to draw more cards. That's cool. Yeah, more like Zeraora. Am I right? Oh my god, I'm going to seriously not get a playable card. Oh my god. Okay, well, this is fun. We're having so much fun. Yeah, just Zeraora, it's just not a deck you can build on its own and win, especially with Lucario seeing more play. But it's like Zeraora just gets destroyed by Festival Lead, it gets destroyed by Slowking, it gets destroyed by everything. And it doesn't really have enough strength to make up for it, right? Like what's good about Zeraora that makes it better than, you know, Zekrom EX? I compared it. Like what's the difference between Zeraora and Zekrom EX? Zeraora gives up one more prize card and does less. All right, so yeah, they're gonna Adrenabrain. I guess I have to go up with the Toucannon. So they kind of played this perfectly for a game where for a game where they have 9 cards left in deck. That is insane. They have 9 cards left in deck. That is absolutely insane. Also, 4 of their bench Pokemon have the arrows in the wrong place, like they have a damage counter. BDCGL is just such a well-made game. Look at where the arrows are on their Pokemon. It makes no sense. All right, so as long as I can knock out the Zoroark, then I'll be fine. If I can't knock out the Zoroark, I lose, but as long as I have a full bench, I win. So Clear Eyes, Full Hearts can't lose, am I right? And then literally the next, I just knew it. I just knew that the next card was going to be the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. And I was right. It's so cool. All right, this is fine. I am in a great spot, except for the fact that I'm not. And then guess what? They don't get to activate Fezandipiti. Because they got knocked out during checkup, which is actually bad because I want them to deck out. But remember when I said this was going to be the best Toucannon game? Well, if we both had decent starts, this would have been. So they can't use Darmanitan. Yeah, this is the best game, but it's not even YouTube worthy. Oh, what are you doing with that Meowth? All right. So they should be terrified of this Togepi because I can just knock out whatever I want. You know, I have Kieran to boost the damage. Like, I built good Toucannon lists. You'll find them in the description of the VODs channel video, which I'll put up tonight because I cannot. So this was a rough stream. More like Tou-can't. Am I right? Yeah, so I comment that on the VODs channel. So I'll get this up tonight. It does take a while for it to, propagate like some eggs. And Professor Oak, no, you need to work because by working, you make money. And by making money, you can give me more money. So I don't think I'll stream tomorrow just because, just pointing in the, I don't think they realize that Darmanitan, yeah, sure, the Darmanitan takes a knockout with Backdraft, but it can't use Flame Body Cannon. So this is interesting, to say the least. But yeah, comment on the VODs. Transformation Tome! Oh my god. We're just having so much fun today, aren't we? We are having so much fun today. Yep, there's a Backdraft. This would have been such a great YouTube game. So just everyone comment on the VODs channel, more like Tou-can't, am I right? Or, the last game starting at 250 was the best game of the stream. I'm sorry you couldn't get a full YouTube game about this, but, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. All right, well, let's go. I guess I just Areola draw. We're going to knock out the Pecharunt this turn. That's another Battle Cage. That's a Paddling. Yeah, we're going to get a Togekiss. Never. Yeah, saw that one coming. Let's go for Togekiss. Rare Candy, the Togekiss. I don't think... Actually, no, I guess I should go for the Darmanitan. But that's... no, we're not going to do that. They want to take a knockout, they can go for it. You want to take a knockout? Make my day, buddy. You want to take 2 prizes on Toucannon and Pikipek? That is A-okay with me. And Pudding Patrol, thank you for the raid. I'm about to end stream as well, so I will have to stick my toes in this pudding for only a short amount of time, and I should have knocked out the Darmanitan. Should have knocked out the Darmanitan. They're going to special red card me. Oh, I didn't even play any flutes this entire stream. But what kind of pudding? Because I like chocolate pudding on my toes. Because it moisturizes. 7 disappointed people. Hey. I mean, they can go watch the VOD. They can go to youtube.com/trustyourpilotplays. Because fun fact, the reason it's called Xavier. No, you're thinking of... What are you thinking of? Watchtower? No, Watchtower doesn't turn it off either. No, we're good. We're good. Togekiss, the GOAT. Yeah, the reason it's called Trust Your Pilot Plays is because I repurposed my gameplay channel. I think I had like 200 subs at the time, so I was just like, okay, you have to get 1,000 subs to be monetized. There's the red card. Yep, we saw that one coming. And then, did I just win this? I mean, to be fair, my deck had the best cards left. I had like a 20 card hand, and it was the worst cards in my deck. More like a ball sack, am I right? So somehow I finished this stream with a positive win rate. I don't even understand that one either, but I somehow finished the stream with a positive win rate. Yeah. Don't ask me how. I got to 11 wins with Toucannon, but I didn't get it, and I flipped it. So in garbage time, this is like scoring 2 touchdowns in garbage time of an NFL game when you're getting your butt blown out. Togekiss flips 2 heads. If I was actually playing in a YouTube game where I needed them to be good. So it turns out the Grand Tree and the Togekiss builds were the best. Yeah, I didn't think it would be, 10 losses almost immediately. I just love clicking through three screens every time you level up. It's so much fun. All right, so I'll get this on the VODs channel tonight. I really wish I didn't have to. I'll fit as many lists as I can in the description. And Clan Burglar, we'd have a great time. Let's see if anyone's online, if anyone's crazy enough to play this game today. Let's rate. Oh, Pumpkin Amy. Gee, Pumpkin Amy streaming? I was rated Pumpkin. You know what? Pumpkin Amy always raids and runs, so I'm going to do the same thing. Pumpkin Amy doesn't say hi, so I'm going to raid Pumpkin Amy. So everyone say that Pilot raided and ran because you don't stick around long enough, Amy. I'm very disappointed in you, Amy. You should stick around and watch all of Trust Your Pilot stream after raiding him. So Trust Your Pilot stream return the favor by not commenting when he raids you. So that'll be the raid message. I'll see you all probably Tuesday.